What's up, everybody? Welcome to my live. This is Joe from Steel Forge and Fire. How's everybody doing today? Waiting for a couple more people to come into the room, and I'll start my spiel. So, who do we have in the room right now? We have Pure Water 1212 which is Kathleen. How are you, Kathleen? Actually, I want to post something that Kathleen had written down. Scab inspired me to get back to what I know and what I'm familiar with. And I've been on the streets where I live for the vets. Kathleen, that is fantastic. And I had told you before, Scab definitely does bring the best out of us, especially when it comes to taking care of our vets. So let me just wait for a couple more people get into the room. I know we have Samurai Byrd in our backstage. Samurai Byrd, are you okay? You ready to go? Trying to see if he's ready to go live. I think he should be seeing me right now. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for joining me here. Got a couple more people floating into the room. I brought it up an hour earlier. I hope you guys kind of all caught that. I figured we were supposed to go in at like 9:30, and I decided to kind of bring it up because schedules are a little bit clear. Maybe not to start it up too late and all that. So, how's everybody doing? Is everybody seeing me okay, hearing me okay? This is my first venture at StreamYard, which is laughable because I know a lot of YouTubers have been using StreamYard for years. But I'm just curious, anybody who's in the room, if you can see me and hear me okay. All right, so Rusty's here. What's up, Rusty? Let's get ready to rumble, my friend. JK, great to see you, Samurai Joe and Byrd. Byrd is going to be coming in soon. And we have What's up? What's up? Grugs, Legion Tactical, Cutlery's in the room. So, guys, answer me though. You see me and hearing me okay? Is everything coming in okay before I get started? Walk. Okay. Huh. Sorry, just looking at some Texas. People know I'm live and they're like busting my chops. We got Tina in the room. What's up, darling? We got Jeff in the room. We got Garen in the room. We got my boy Stefan in the room. Jesse's in the room. Welcome, 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 everybody. So, like I said, I have Samurai Byrd on the waiting in the waiting room of this witchcraft, okay, software here. I call it witchcraft because I had Carl Ruger on, and we did a blade talk with him last, and I tried to kind of gear him on to getting into, with the webcasting and all that stuff to record it, and he called it actually witchcraft. So I thought that was pretty funny. So I'm actually going to call it witchcraft today. So this is my first venture into StreamYard. Software looks good so far. I like it. How's it look, guys? Everything's looking good. Stefan said everything is looking good. You guys are hearing me okay? Wonderful. All right. So we got a couple more people in the room. So as you guys know, as I try to do for all my my regular videos, and I'm going to try to branch it over also to the lives. Uh, Growing awareness for our veterans, guys. Hashtag 22 a day, which I'm going to put it on screen and make it look professional. Oh, we got Eric. Eric, we got a couple more people in the actual in the waiting rooms, which is pretty funny. Hashtag 22 a day, guys. We love you, vets. Vets, we can only grow awareness for a horrible statistic out there that 22 veterans a day take their own lives. Message to our vets. Vets, we love you. There's a place for you here on my lives and on our videos and in the entire sword and knife community. And do not fight this fight alone. There will be a number for some help if you are in despair. If it's not there now, it will definitely be there after this broadcast. So we love you, vets, and please join us here today. So, how is everybody doing tonight? Is anybody else joining the room here? I'm going to try to fill up the room a little bit more before I get my guests in. We got a couple people in the waiting room waiting to come in, which is pretty cool. Oh, we got Mikey. Mikey's in the room. Cerebral Ballsy. What's up, Mikey? Nice to see you here, buddy. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to be talking swords. We're going to be talking blades. This is kind of just like a shoot in the breeze type of thing. It's not really any structure. We'll see where it goes. We're going to have a couple sword people in here. I see Eric. I see one of my guys, Eric Hussein, is actually trying to adjust his camera. I don't know if he's shooting his toilet right now or a box. I don't know what that is in the background there, but he's trying to get himself in order, which is pretty funny. So yes, so we got a couple sword people, and I'm going to lose train of thought a lot because I have a lot of things to look at on this thing. So if I kind of drift away, just kind of bring me back, guys. So we got Cerebral Ballsy, like I said. What's up, Mikey? Nice to see you, Mikey. Love your stuff, man. You're doing great with your sharpening. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I mean, you kind of thought that you really didn't put that sharp edge on that preacher, but I got to tell you, bro. I mean, that preacher was sharp. From when Donnie was using it, you did a great job with that preacher. And I sharpened my preacher as well. And I understand what you were saying, how difficult it is to sharpen that thing. I mean, it's just a heavy, wide blade. And it was just it's a lot of work to get that thing sharp. So I give you a lot of credit. And that goes to show when you're a perfectionist and you're good at what you do and you're not satisfied with your work, even though you know it's good, but you're just never satisfied, that just shows that you're really good at what you do and you have a passion for what you do, Mikey. So I give you a lot of credit for that, buddy. So we got Uber Punks in the room. What's up, my friend? I know you were anxious to get in, so here we are. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Tina's in the room. Say, what do you got to say, Stefan? That means, as Mikey, it means a lot to me for what you're doing and what you represent, Mikey, to all of us. And you are inspiration to all of us, Mikey. You really are for the trials and tribulations that you go through and to still go and keep on going. And not only that, not only just pushing yourself to live your life and be happy, it's also just your inspiration to all of us to basically to never give up and never surrender. That's tattooed on your body, and you're an inspiration to us all, Mike. And we all appreciate you a lot more than you know. So anyway, so we're going to be talking swords. We're going to be talking some knives, possibly, but I think predominantly it's swords. So I'm going to try to get Samurai Byrd in the room. I think he's on standby. So let me see if I can kind of try to push him in there. Let's hope he's ready to go because I'm going to try to kind of get him in now. Here we go.
Oh boy! Hey,
Hi, Byrd.
I can't hear you though. Hold on. Uh-oh.
Adjust something there.
Ah.
No, nothing's happening yet.
You want a little time to get things going? Because I'll push you back. It is live, so you know we have to have these technical.
It's on headset.
difficulty
It's on
things.
microphone.
Take it off.
Yeah.
All right.
I can hear.
Can you hear me now?
Hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
All right.
I'm the Verizon guy. I can hear you now.
Good deal. Whew. All right. I'm sweating.
Steady up that camera, and then we're ready to go. Technical difficulties with live, guys.
How do you do this? How do you do that?
You good?
All right.
Watching.
All right. I'm a little off. There we go.
Perfect. I can see you. As long as I can see your swords, I don't care.
Don't care about me. Just my sword.
No. I just want to see your swords. You know, that's all I really want to see.
Hey,
Let me
Joe,
actually take off. Yes, buddy.
Let me say it's a pleasure and honor to be on here. I'm just totally flabbergasted. So let's go.
Let's go, buddy. Did I ever tell you that you remind me of freaking Howard Stern?
That's cool, though. I like that.
You're definitely a Howard Stern. You got the voice, bro. You could be on the radio, bro.
I've had some people tell me that. I looked into broadcasting school a long time ago, but I'm really not that. I'm not a go-getter. Let's talk about swords.
Yeah, you could definitely be on the radio. You got the voice, and you got the look, and you got the hair. So that's all good for me.
Thanks, sir.
So what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Other than being as nervous as I've ever been.
It's no big deal. You got about 1 million people watching you, right? Who cares? You know, be yourself. Go nuts.
No pressure.
You know?
No pressure.
It's just live. Not a big deal.
Oh,
got a couple dozen people in the room.
I didn't want to tell you, I do have a Wakizashi with a battle rap that I totally forgot about because it sits in my van.
You do have battle rap? Okay.
You have too many swords when you forget what you even have. So it's a wakizashi, so it's not the same. I still want to do that to one of my katanas though,
But let me see it. Let me see the battle rap on the walkie.
yeah, it's
Don't
just
just talk about it. You got to show me there, guy.
it's show and tell time, huh? I mean, it's not
So
bad. It's pretty
is
cool.
the
I mean, it's,
Manuki right in the middle?
yeah. Well, it's off centered.
It's a little off-centered. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
and
because
it
normally it's
doesn't
like right in
really.
the center, but there's
I'd rather,
variations.
yeah, I'd rather feel it on a katana. I mean, wakizashi kind of, but it's
It's
cool.
more
It's
of a
leather wrap,
one-handed.
so black
Yeah.
blade.
Yeah, battle rap on a walkie is kind of like useless because it's not really you're
I
not
didn't
really
want to.
getting the full effect of a two-handed
Right,
sword type of
right,
thing. It's
right.
just strange. You know.
Yeah, I mean, most of
So
the time I'm doing it one-handed. So yeah.
right. Let me ask you a question because you're coming to us on your phone right now. Are you able to see the comments on your phone? Because I never did it with somebody on their
I
phone.
can switch to it, but I really don't want to mess with anything because it's been good.
Right.
I
It's
can
running
switch
good.
to it and see it, but I think it would jot
All
me
right.
off
So
on a little tiny
can you
screen.
see
So.
this? Jesse says, "Hey, Byrd, me and Alex are watching."
Oh, that's my drummer and my bass player
Oh, there you go.
who actually got married recently. So congratulations, guys.
Congratulations. Very nice.
But
So we
yeah,
got Rusty, very handy. Okay, so everybody's kind of going into the room here.
cool. No pressure. Just a million people watching.
Let me see. Somebody else commented. You see that comment?
Yeah.
Byrd was wondering if you still have your very first sword. If not, are you willing to talk? Are you willing to talk to us?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do have my first sword here.
Oh, that's like my ugly sword collection. You should have made your own because that's a freaking monstrosity, brother.
I thought it was Wesley Snipes from Blade because of the pommel there, but it's a War of Warcraft is where it's from. So I bought this at a garage sale for like $5 for the sole purpose of stabbing it in the ground at moles in my backyard.
Okay.
So there you go.
Stainless steel blade.
I do believe so. Yeah, it's
it's a false edge, right?
Yeah, it's like 35 pounds.
Right.
It's a monstrosity. Just a wall hanger. Or mole stabber.
Read this up. This comment from Ryan. How you doing, Ryan?
Oh, Ryan McLaughlin. What's up, buddy?
He says if you turn your phone sideways, the video and chat should be side to side.
Well,
do you have it sideways?
Now my son's got his phone down here too. I can see it on here.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I can see it on here.
So you can see the live on there. That's good.
Yeah,
hey, listen, whatever works, whatever makes this thing work, that's fine for me.
Cool, Jesse. So, Ryan, Ryan knows his stuff.
My other guest is actually texting me, so let me read that. Give me a second, guys.
Well, where's Eric at?
Oh, I'll get Eric on. You know what? Actually, he was. I don't think he wanted to steal your thunder.
Oh,
I don't think he wanted to steal your thunder.
Dude. That dude's so cool.
But you could tell him, you could invite him in if he wants to come in.
Hey, anytime he wants to join in, that's cool with me.
Yeah, why not? Come in, Eric. Don't worry about it, bud. Come back into my waiting room. I'll get you in. We could talk swords for a little bit.
No,
all right, so you see the chat, so you're all good?
I can see it. Yeah. Don't be nervous. No. Too late.
Let me ask you a question. That first sword that you got, how long have you had it?
Not very long. Actually, my first sword was a wooden bokken. It was I think I ordered it out of a martial arts magazine years ago. I mean, back in the 80s, every kid wanted to be a ninja,
Right.
So they had the wooden samurai sword, and me and a friend were jousting on bicycles, and he had a big oaken stick, and he broke it. And I was probably 10 years old, 11. I was heartbroken. I just got this like maybe 15 years ago.
15 years ago?
Me and my dad used to go to garage sales and stuff and get crazy stuff, and that was just one of the things that I got that was crazy. That and this, my Bigfoot buoy.
Got your knives?
But, yeah. That's the extent of my knife collection, pretty much.
Excellent. Shredder's in the room. Shredder Knife Reviews. What an honor. How you doing, Jonathan? Welcome, buddy. Everybody's saying hello to each other, which is kind of cool. Shredder's like, hi, Tina. Hi, Rusty. Shredder.
That's cool. They're all talking to each other. That's cool.
Yeah, everybody. I love it how everybody just has like conversations with each other while we're just making fools out of each other ourselves on live, and everybody's kind of just seeing the spectacle and stuff, So Mikey's got to leave. Hold on a second. Where's Mikey? I just hit the wrong one.
Real messed up.
There we go. All right. So Mikey said he got to go to 5:00. Comes quick. Everyone have a great night. Mikey, thank you for joining us, buddy. Love you, man. And I really meant what I said, man. You're an inspiration to us all, Mikey. Have a great night and keep on pushing, keep on sharpening, keep on doing your thing, buddy. I'm going to be getting you a knife pretty soon for sure. The sword that I got, that big monstrosity, I don't know if you remember my video, that was like 35 years ago. And that was really where it all first started for me. And that was kind of like my makeshift Conan sword.
Right.
Because Conan the Barbarian was actually started me off on my passion for swords.
Me too.
Like
I
a lot of
kids.
Make one. Like a lot of kids,
Yep.
You would hope that watching Conan the Barbarian, it would start a lifetime of like having, a lot of physical fitness. But instead, I dealt with the sword end of it. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't have that big wheel that Arnold had that he walked around.
If we had I wish I had the wheel. I went to sleep at night dreaming about the damn wheel. Okay, I said I want to push that wheel for a month and I want to look like Arnold. But that's where it all started for me. And they weren't selling Conan swords back then when the movie first came out. They had like the foam craps. It wasn't any real swords. So that was like my makeshift, barbarian sword type of thing. And I'm actually impressed that I've kept it for that many years. Like every move, everywhere I went, it just came with me, and I hung it up wherever I went. So it was always part of like my life. It's pretty funny. Yeah, your first sword, if you're able to hold on to it, you keep it and you remember it, and it's like a memento to you.
Yeah.
Because you remember where it all first started and how excited you were to like hold a sword or anything like that.
I have my first katana here. You were talking about mishaps. Mm-hmm.
Talk to me, buddy.
The only sword I have that I've cut myself on is my first sword.
Right.
And that's weird. I think it's jealous of all the other swords.
Right.
And it's fighting back, I think.
Well, we're going to show you that. I know. Go ahead. I want to see it. You got it?
Oh, yeah. This is from off of Amazon. Uh-oh.
There's a lot of noises there.
Sorry about that. Somebody's calling my son there. I haven't been doing this very long, since Christmas. So I sorry if I gave the impression that I've been doing this for years, because I haven't.
It's only this Christmas will be a year.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
So the wife asked me, "What do you want for Christmas?" I have no idea. Give me a samurai sword. Where do I get them? I don't know. She looks on Amazon and finds this thing. Right. I mean, it's not too bad. 1060. It's a LQ DSDJ is the company. Fake gray skin. I don't know. It ain't too bad. But the weird thing is, like I said, I've cut myself maybe 3 or 4 times messing with my swords, and this is the one that cuts me.
So you're a testament to basically that you can actually get a good sword on Amazon.
Yeah.
Right? You can actually get a good sword on Amazon.
This one ain't bad. I wouldn't recommend it, but my Bohai most definitely.
Yeah, you like that brand. Was it Bohai? Bohai? Is that how you pronounce it? Bohai?
Bohai. And I don't know where the emphasis is. There's probably a few of them in there.
Right. It's Bohai. Yeah.
But
I wish I could speak the Japanese pronunciations a lot better. I try my best, but I can do.
It's all in the accent. Yeah, I don't have.
It's all in the accent. It's all in the accent. Definitely. Eric, where are you? I'm looking at a box. I see him on my waiting room. He's shooting like a box right now. Where are you, buddy? There's that beautiful face.
Oh, yeah.
I see half your face right now. I'm gonna get you in. Pan that up a little bit more. Zoom it out.
Can I smoke?
Yeah, you can smoke. So I'm gonna push Eric into the room right now.
Cool.
We're gonna chat with him a little bit because I know he can't stay long. He's got things to do. All right, so let's get Eric into the room.
Hey, turn that down, man.
Oh, you're live, buddy.
Yo.
What's up,
my man?
Chilling. Same old shit, man.
We got our celebrity cutter in the room, man. You see us all right? You hear us all right?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? What do you got in your hand over there?
That's just my James Raw, my custom katana, go-to katana. Just figured it needs something to hang on to for the to fill the frame.
I could imagine Eric just kind of just in
And
every like
I got it in my
situation,
hand most of the day
in every
anyway.
situation in his house, he could be eating, he could be taking a crap. He's just got
Yeah,
to have a sword near him, just to
yeah,
lean
pretty
on,
much.
just to hold, just to look at, right?
Know what that's like.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it goes.
That's freaking awesome.
I
Now,
think my first sword, I walked around like a month. I took it to work every day and everything. So yeah.
Mhm.
I wish I could carry my swords around with me when I go out, but I can't do that. Would you say, Eric, that that is your most prized sword?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because like put it together, like got all the pieces separate, had it put together by Adam. The blades like made one at a time with intent and purpose by a katana smith, like not just
Right,
heat treated in batches of 50 and somewhere in China, you know?
right,
And it just, I don't know, it's more meaningful than the average production stuff.
right. Rusty
But
just commented
speaking
you
of
should see it on the
production, I
screen.
can't wait for Saturday to get that in my hands.
Yes, yes. So just so you guys know, I just put into a shipment to send my Hanwei Raptor Unukubi Zakuri. That's going on a tour to states right now. And his first stop is going to be at Mr. Eric Hussein's house. So it's actually coming Saturday. That's pretty because they said
Yeah,
Monday. So
according to
you're
FedEx. So they're actually the best out of FedEx,
I
UPS.
love FedEx. I love
Yeah,
FedEx.
they seem the most professional.
I went in with like the flimsy box that the Raptor came in, and they're like, "We can't ship it in this because I had, you know how many sends they have there in a box and then they have an outer box, shipping
Yeah,
box.
yeah,
I
yeah. The
lost that. I
fancy
don't know what the
raptor
hell that is,
box.
and I could not find anything to fit that damn sword in because the sky is so freaking long.
Yup.
So I couldn't find anything to fit that thing in. So I figured, all right, let me just kind of tape it up really well and and I couldn't wrap it in paper. I couldn't do none of that. So I
Right.
brought it to FedEx and they're like, sir, we can't ship it in this. We got to put it in a FedEx box. I'm like, you got a FedEx box for this? Please put it in there and ship it with a FedEx box. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all good. So hopefully that should come to you a lot better than I thought it would, and at
Yeah.
least you have some way of sending it out,
Oh,
You
yeah.
see the comment over here from Rusty. He says only Eric can do a triple cut and not drop the ashes. I think he meant to
Oh,
say
drop
or
the
something.
ash off my cigarette hut. Yeah.
But that's infectious because you know what? I'm going to show you a cutting video. Let me see if I can get this voodoo to work over here. I want to show you a cutting video that I put onto this system from Samurai Byrd, and he's got the same thing going on. So let me see if I could show that to
Yeah,
you now.
dude. That's what I love about you, Bird, man. You're a fucking fellow chain smoker.
Hold on. I'm going to show it to you now. Hopefully you guys can see it on the screen. Hold on. Did you guys see that?
That was sweet.
So the video thing worked? Good. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever attempted that. What is it with the holding this? What is it with having the cigarette in your lips while you guys cut? I need to know. What is
I
it?
got into the bad habit early on. Like I've always been a heavy smoker, and now it's like I don't know if you've ever been addicted to nicotine or tobacco or whatever, but like you know how like after you get done eating or
See my
other
vape?
things, you need
See
a
my vape?
cigarette. Like I feel like I
That's
cut
my vape.
better when I'm smoking, and it actually is helpful with the pool noodles because you can kind of gauge the wind and stuff. And yeah, it's just a
Gauge
bad
the
habit
wind.
I got
So there's
into.
science
Good idea.
behind it then. There's
Yeah,
science behind it, Eric. All right.
really.
Like
Gauge the wind.
every samurai has a reason for what he does, man. There you go.
Oh yeah. And I'm
I
just
that,
a heavy
I mean, me, I
smoker.
just because I play guitar and I've always had a cigarette when I play guitar. It's kind of habit. So
Yep,
Right.
exactly. Habit. Yep, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Ben.
it's
I
a bad
got you.
habit, but
Yeah,
I
it could
got
be
you. Why don't
worse.
you guys like switch? I mean, it's a nicotine habit. I understand that. I'm not going to criticize you guys. I used to smoke. I smoked for many, 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 many years. I quit because I started vaping.
Ah, yeah,
You
I don't
know,
want to be one of them guys, dude. Like, I get
you
deal with
know,
them
I
assholes every day. Do you have these in stock? Do you have these? We don't sell any vapes at my gas station.
oh nothing. Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
me,
I got
I need to
I
quit
got a
smoking
guy.
cigarettes anyway. So yeah,
Well, it's just better to quit everything all at once. We
yeah.
Yeah.
have Mr. Scabbo from Quiet
Oh,
Boys Cutlery into the room.
Oh,
The ash never fall. Actually, let me put his comment up.
yeah, that was a Scab original for sure.
The ash never falls. And who else we got into the room? We got Lady Megatron is in the room. Well, well,
oh.
well. If it isn't the sword community's finest, there you go. All right. You could speak about the other two. I don't know about myself, but definitely the other two. They're the finest in the room. You know, Grug says I sleep with my knives.
Oh yeah, I'm surrounded by them, man. All I gotta do is reach behind me, the crack of the couch. I got a Filipino sword, man.
You
God
know what's
help
funny?
anybody who invades my home.
Mine are pretty close
Somebody
by.
somebody had asked me once because they know I'm into blades, and they said, "Oh, if God forbid somebody breaks into your house, you know what knife are you going to grab? What knife would you use for self defense?" Okay, so my answer to them is whatever's the closest to me. I mean, that's basically
Yeah,
what it is. You know, it's like anything could be used to protect yourself. Whatever's closest to me,
Close
whether it
form.
be a sword, a bowie, a freaking butter knife, I'll grab it. So it really doesn't matter to me. John Peters in the room. What's up, John Peters?
Oh,
Got to be ready for zombies at all times. Yes, absolutely.
yes, you do.
Absolutely. You never know when that apocalypse
Never
is going to
know.
hit us, guys. You never know what's around the
And I'm
corner, what's
surrounded
going
by
on tomorrow.
cemeteries. I'm
oh
surrounded by.
shit.
I got like 20 cemeteries around me. So if this ever
Oh,
happens,
you live like in one of those areas where you got the cemeteries actually
oh,
separate the neighborhoods?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
mean,
know
I'm
those
I'm
areas.
out in rural, so it's all old churches, and the churches don't even function anymore, but the cemeteries still do. And when you
Right.
got cemeteries, then you got zombies. That's how it goes. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to put a couple of your comments on here and stuff. It's pretty funny. I love the back talk of these comments and what people talk about and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying hello to each other. Everybody's very excited, Megatron, that you are in the room. Yes, I hope the Shredder had a wonderful birthday too. And to all of you, if you don't know, it is Donnie B. All Day's birthday today.
happy birthday, Doc
Yeah,
B.
happy birthday, Donnie B.
Mhm.
So I actually told him I'm doing a live, but he think he's doing some birthday stuff tonight. So, but happy birthday, Donnie. You're about almost a half century old. I hope you don't have any aches and pains today.
I think he's still younger than me.
Yeah,
How
how
old are
old
you,
are you, Bird?
if you don't mind me
I
asking?
am 50 years old.
50? Okay.
1971. So
So you're Scab's age. Scab's turning 50
it's
this
really
October. Yeah, it's in
right
the
on.
month of October.
Oh, yeah, I just turned 50 in July. So big
Okay.
50.
Hold on a second. When in July, buddy?
July 10th.
Oh, I'm July 22nd.
Right on. So you're
Very.
Cancer then. You Cancer?
I'm Cancer.
Right on.
I'm
That's
the
why we like
last day of
swords.
Cancer. Yeah, last day of Cancer. I
Oh,
should
that's
get I
cool.
should get a Cancer symbol like with the crab on
There-
a sword, I guess.
Ooh,
You know,
Crab Manuki.
Crab Manuki. There you go. You gave me an idea for my next sword project. The
There you
Crab
go.
I think
Manuki,
Hyper Cafe has them. I'm pretty sure Hyper Cafe has Crab Manuki.
without a doubt. You know. By the way, did you guys see that walkie that Matthew Jensen just showed on his
Oh
channel?
yeah. Oh, if
Yeah.
Oh
I had
my
the cash in
God.
my hand, I was so tempted, man. That thing was beautiful.
Did
How
you
much
see
was that?
that the fish scale Manuki, how
Oh,
I want some
oh
of those.
fucking detailed that
I
shit
want
was?
some of those.
yeah.
How much was
And
that thing?
I
that
think
Hamon,
he was selling it for
8,500.
8,500
Wow. Yeah, I don't
on
have
eBay.
that.
Yeah.
That was
I mean, but that
beautiful.
was just, that was a swordsmith in the States and everything
Yeah.
was,
And the
and even,
geometry, like that's not a blade style you find. Like that's
No,
a one of a kind. You're not gonna find another blade like that anywhere.
exactly,
it was nice.
exactly.
Nice.
That's exactly what you're paying for. That's exactly what you're paying for. But that thing was, I mean, the polish and just, it was absolutely gorgeous,
That
you
was
know?
nice.
Like when you got the bowhide carved by a specific bowhide guy, like that's a nice sword. Like that sword had so many like top level names of custom katana makers and stuff, man. Like
I did think
that's
kind of
that's
weird.
where that price tag comes from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that was kind of weird how it went into the habaki though, like that. It was kind of unusual.
Yeah, I like that. You don't see it like that.
No,
you don't see it like that.
Just one more thing to make it like, that's like once in a lifetime type of sword there.
And it's funny because we speak about our production swords that we're able to get our hands on. Okay, so we talk about Hanwei, we talk about Skyjiro and all these sword makers, and we always speak about the Ito being, tight. We think it's tight. You can't really move it and all that. And I was speaking to Matt the other day, and he was saying, "Listen, you really don't know what a tight Ito is until you really get your hands on like a Citadel or a Motohara." I mean, he goes, "I'm a strong guy." He goes, "But I can't, with all my might, cannot move the Ito and how tight they wrap the Itos on those swords.
Yeah,
It's a different class of sword altogether.
Yeah, Adam did mine, and I mean, you can't move them. This is a
when
recycled Hanwei Raptor Ito too, and I mean, you can't move it at all. Like, it's a whole different level. Like, and there's dudes that'll do it. You can get it for like under $200. Like, I'd highly recommend it if you're super into katana. Send one of your Suka off to any of the Sukamaki guys, and
that's not a bad price, under $200.
Yeah.
That's not a bad price. Is that it? It's under $200.
I know Adam's under $200. I think Josh charges $200 too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a little more because he's more upper level at this point. But
yeah, that's pretty reasonable, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Hey Joe, you were talking about the ones that Matt was talking about. Does it have the Hishigami paper in it to make it?
I'm sure. Yeah. Whoever did that handle wrap, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I was going to say that does help a lot. I didn't think it would, but man, that piece of paper in there just tightens it up so bad.
It tightens it up. But that was just a beautiful sword. I mean, $8,500 is definitely, way up there.
I got so excited when I heard him say it was for sale, and then I clicked on that eBay link, and okay, never mind.
Yeah. Let me just say, Steve, thanks for stopping by. I know you got to leave. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Megatron, hail to the queen. I lay at your feet. That's lead. Who else is here? Everybody's saying hello to each other and stuff. So,
my sister's there. Oh, cool.
And Alex.
Yeah, I've seen Alex and Jesse. Yeah. Cool.
You got a couple family members in there?
Yeah. My sister just she's on here. My drummer, my bass player, and expect my mom on here somewhere. But hi, Mom.
Yo, Byrd, you got your music out anywhere? Like, do you have any videos on YouTube or any way to hear what you guys play?
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah, I got some stories behind that. There's the first band I was in 2012. It's we can cuss, right? We can cuss. The band I was in called Without Motherfucking Order, and it's, if you know Gigi Allen, it's Gigi Allen's old record label. If you go on my YouTube page and go down my playlist and go down to the bottomest one, the first one, that's actually me playing bass for them. And
cool.
The crazy thing about this band, the lead singer will let you beat him up while he sang.
Oh, geez, one of them bands.
It's just insane. I mean, we were only allowed to play at like 2 places in St. Louis because of the blood. They served food.
Right.
So now my band, I tried to start a band. I don't know. It's up in the air. I need a singer. But if you go on Facebook, we do have an old Facebook page. And it's called Omar and the Daycares. Is the name of my old band. So
if you want to send me the link, I'll put it on the description of this video.
If my son can do that while we're all talking.
Yeah, no, after. You just send me the link.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, no, after I post this, I'll put it onto the description if people want to go in and see it. But
it's an old page.
I would definitely love to see it.
Yeah, it's an old page. I don't even have access to it. I think my bass player, she still does, but
right.
But it's got some old recordings.
What do you mostly do with your band? I mean, any original music? Or
no, it's all. Yeah, no, I mean, it is all original music. I write the music. I write the lyrics. It's actually
awesome.
It's actually like old school thrash metal, but I use like comedy lyrics.
Yeah.
We got a song.
I like it.
I use my bathroom.
Soul.
Armadillo Leprosy. It's just not. It's out of my mind. So you can imagine. Woo.
All right. Let me cut you off here because I got to ask you something. But
All right.
Eric 117 has said, "Ask Eric about my quadruple." LOL. What does that
Oh,
mean?
did you get it? I didn't even see it yet. You got it?
I don't
Who,
know, I'm
me?
waiting for it to respond.
No,
No, he asked
Eric.
Eric about the
Oh,
quadruple.
Eric
Oh
wants
shit!
to.
I've been out the last couple hours, man. I gotta fucking look at this right now.
I haven't seen anything. I've been editing. I haven't seen anybody's video, so don't get don't
Yeah,
even get bent out of shape.
I haven't watched much in the last
Dude,
hour.
I'm man enough to admit, man, Eric's got me on the triples on bottles all day long. Like, he's definitely the best at that. And if he pulled off a quadruple, man, I got some work to
I
do.
haven't seen it yet. I wish I actually had a clip of it. If I would have known, I would actually put it on the show, which would be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I need to watch that. What's he say?
No, it doesn't look like you got it up. What do you mean quadruple? I don't see no quadruple.
Blowing up spots, Eric 117. We're blowing up spots. Are you fibbing? Are you fibbing, Eric? Oh man!
When are you gonna have them two guys on? When are you gonna have the Von Erichs
We're
on?
gonna do
Monday.
we're gonna do a Blade Talk live with Scab on Monday.
Yeah, cool.
I'm actually gonna put the post in tonight. I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I think we had said 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Does that sound right, Eric?
Yeah.
Because we got 3 hours back, and I think Eric 117 is he gets back from school from dropping off his kids around 9. So I'm thinking 12 o'clock, 12:30. We're gonna go on
Yeah, hell yeah.
on
I'm
Monday.
gonna have a lot to say about that sword too, hopefully. I got my last 3 noodles of the season I'm saving, dude. You should feel
my goodness.
man. Noodle season's over and I'm down to the last couple.
So you got to get your tatami mats in, man.
Yeah, they should be here. I wasn't able to figure out that translate stuff, but hopefully they'll be here eventually.
All right,
Yeah,
so
give me
just,
some of them.
Go get some cadavers or something like that and put them on poles and see if you can.
I get you cadaver. You want a cadaver? I get you
Yeah,
cadaver.
find some crackhead. I'll give you $1,000 if you let me cut you.
I gotta tell you, one day I really would love to get one of those, and I don't even know what the hell they're called. Those body kits that they use to cut, practice cutting, with the fake blood in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Anatomically correct dummy, yeah.
Yeah, like the cutting dummies and stuff, and like you cut them, and they're realistic. I mean, it's like cutting into flesh, and they put like the red fluid in there, so you cut it and it bleeds, and it's insane. But it's really fun to watch. I got to tell you, make a damn mess, but it looks pretty damn good. Who else we got here? Stefan, real life, and now it's scared as hell. Everybody's having conversations. I really can't keep up with all your stuff, but. Anybody have questions? All right, so Eric is going to be in here for a little bit. Anybody have questions for Eric? Anybody? Eric 117. You want to talk any shit? This is your time to do it. I know. I know Monday we're going to be on, but
man, like fucking, I went out there on a mission. I filled up a milk crate full of water bottles. Like, I'm going to get this fucker, and I got it with a full size katana, with Peter katana.
JP, good night, buddy. John Peters, thanks for joining us, buddy. I know you got to get to bed. Good night.
And bale of hay.
Pumpkin season's coming, dude. Go around November 1st when everybody's jack-o'-lanterns are in the garbage. Go around and collect them all, man. It's a good time to be a swordsman.
What sword would you guys use to cut pumpkins with? I'm not talking about the pumpkins that are also soggy. I'm talking about like a fresh pumpkin. Would you use any sword? Would you be afraid to use certain swords?
No, not at all.
You might get damage or anything like that?
Nah. I'd probably use a variety. My 2018 HSTS Tsunami. I'd probably try the Skyjiro Heroes of Kuriana, and then probably a couple with the James Raw.
Right.
I would go with my faithful Bohayu, my Green Dragon. Which, hey, the sword tour thing, that's an awesome idea. I'd like to send this thing out and have you guys check it out.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you want to send me a sword, go right ahead.
I'm curious because you know what? You're giving me a little faith in maybe dealing with Amazon, for swords. I've always looked the other way because I didn't know really what I was going to get.
But
yeah, I wouldn't trust a lot of them.
I'm feeling
No, you can't. You're right. If there's certain ones that you tested and that tried and true and all that, That's the ones I want to talk about. But yeah, there's a multitude of companies that sell on Amazon, and you don't
There's
really
even
know
a few
what you're
on
going to get.
Prime. Like I've been looking on there since I've been seeing his videos, and there's a few that are on Prime. Like you could have that in like 24 hours, and
Yeah.
they're reasonably priced. And I mean, look
Right.
halfway decent.
Right.
I mean, if you got the money, you may as well check it out.
Well, I think that was my whole thing too. Getting into YouTube. I just got a bunch of swords to review them. Basically, that was my whole thing. Why I started doing YouTube videos. So there you go.
What's up, Garen? Thanks for joining us, buddy. Get a job cutting Christmas trees with a katana. That's not a bad idea.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, gum your blade all up with all
You
this
don't know that the
stuff.
sap and everything will really, really screw up the blade pretty
Yeah,
well.
you use a
That might not
beater
be-
for that one.
Yeah, the beater is good for that. I would definitely cut Christmas trees with a beater, but after Christmas, because it's not good before Christmas.
Yeah, what's up, Noah? I got some relatives watching. They never see me on TV.
Yeah.
Eric 117, don't hate on me. It's the only thing I keep sharp. I don't know. He said something
But
else
I'm not
before.
hating, dude. It's all love, man. You know that.
Yeah, he's awesome.
No,
man.
he had said something before. I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know
I
what
was
it was.
looking at Kokatana though. I definitely got to add one of those to my collection. I got the one Wakizashi that's got an 18-inch blade and a big enough suka for two hands, but I got to get that all done up and buy all the parts and stuff for it still. But definitely looking into a cheap beater Kokatana.
Which one's that? What was the name of it? What were you talking about?
Oh no, I was saying I want to get a Kokatana, and I have a Wakizashi that's close, but it's not done up. I just got the bare blade right now.
Well,
But,
Eric K. He's got that Kokatana from Jakku that he loves.
and that's like they're fast. Like I can see
Yeah.
why. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I think he had gotten one, and something was messed up on it, and they actually sent him a new one and let him keep
Yeah.
the old one. So he's actually pretty happy with it. That's perfect for him. That's perfect for him because the type of cuts that he does, that Kokatana I think is the perfect size.
Oh yeah.
What's the standard length of a Kokatana compared to a Waki? Now, a Waki is up to like maybe about 24 inches. No,
Just gonna ask.
22 inches.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics. It's like that shaku system that the Japanese use, and they can't even tell you how long it is. But
Eric, 117. I know you answered it to me once, but I forgot because I have a terrible memory. What length is the blade on your Kokatana from Jakku? If you could let us know, I'll put it on
25
screen.
inches.
I'm
Maybe
thinking
24,
somewhere.
25 inches.
That's what I'm thinking, 24, 25 inches.
Hmm.
Which is not that shorter than a
Yeah, I
shorter
mean,
blade
this one's
katana.
26 and a half. I mean, I kind of prefer a little under 27. Like, it's quicker on the draw.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, a lighter, faster sword. Like, I'm right around the 2-pound range. Like, give me a sword that's 2 pounds and I'm happy.
So what is your preferred length on your katana, Eric?
Blades, like 26 and a half, 26 and
You
three
like that?
quarters. Yeah.
How about you, Byrd?
I think my shortest one's like 27 3/4 at Bohayu, and I just love it. It just draws just that. Most of them are like 28 inches. Just that 1/4 inch makes a big difference. Yeah. I got long wingspan, but it helps.
I would think you would want a longer blade.
No, not really, because I like the drawing.
Right.
And it's easier to, the shorter the sword, the easier it is to draw.
Yeah.
The less turn of the hips and all that, So
how about your Scott? Like, what length do you like your handle?
I like long handles. That St. one I just built, that handle's 12 inches long. I love it.
You like long handles? Okay.
Probably the longest one I got. I like that.
So what if you got?
10 to 11 inches tops. I don't like those long. Anything over 11 inches is kind of cumbersome.
I hope you don't mind the Raptor though, because the Raptor's like a 12-inch.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'll still cut with them and stuff, and it gives you more leverage, and it's just a different dynamic. But I got my Hanway Raptor. I had the Suka shortened a little bit, but it's still like 12.25 inches or something.
Yeah, most of mine are 11, 11 and a half, which is perfect.
That's a good size. That's a perfect size.
12 just to see. I like longer handles in my mind. I don't know if it's going to work out in the field, but 11 and a half is usually my go-to for sure. Yeah.
Getting back to that Raptor, the reason I like how they made that Raptor because I read up on it in the back history of it. They tried to make that Raptor, that Unakubi Zakuri, like a Naginata because Naginata is really where
Yeah.
that whole shape came from. You know,
Yep.
like you ever see
Hmm.
those blades with those long poles, Bird,
Yep. Oh yeah.
back in
I'm getting
ancient
one for
times?
Christmas.
That was a Naginata, and you could still buy one. But that was actually developed before any katana were ever
Yeah.
made. That was
Yeah.
where it started. So the
Yep.
Unakubi Zakuri was the first physical architecture, blade
I don't know if
geometry.
I don't even think the spear evolved into that. I think they had that first, didn't they?
I think so. I mean, I could be
Could be wrong.
wrong. I could be speaking shit, but that's what I read.
Well,
And
I'm
then
looking
they
forward
kind
to
of,
that.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that Raptor because it's like
you know, me
it's
personally, I love
beefier.
it.
It's like an Unakubi
Yeah,
on steroids. Like
it is
Backyard
big, big
Samurai
tip.
had that video back in the day when he had his next to the Viper, and
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
Viper looked like a toy compared to
Yeah.
it. And
yes.
like, but you're
It
telling me it's super balanced. I'm giant. Like I haven't been this pumped for a sword since like my
yeah,
fourth or fifth katana. Man, the magic's worn off a bit, man. But I'm
it has
excited.
a really abnormally wide Kasaki. Okay, at the tip, it's abnormally wide, and you have to turn when you get it, turn it to its spine, and take a look at how beautiful
Yeah.
the diamond is by the
Oh yeah,
Kasaki.
that's a part of the katana I appreciate. And if you look
Yeah,
back
it's
in
like
like their
this.
old reviews of a couple years, you'll see me in
Yeah.
all caps, show the Kasaki from the back.
Yeah, that's true.
And nobody ever does that in reviews. Like I've kind of shied away from doing reviews and talking and stuff, but when I used to, I'd always make sure and got to get the Kasaki from the back because that's
That
like,
is the best view of it, actually. I agree.
yeah.
Donnie is in the room. Donnie B all day. Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday to you. You don't want to hear me singing your birthday song. Happy birthday, Donnie. Rambo of the Alps is on here too. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, I
Welcome to
should be
being
getting
almost a half a century old. I
I should
beat you
be
to it a little bit.
I should be getting that Naginata for Christmas, I do believe. I asked Santa for it. So and Ryan Sorb is the only one that I could find that was worth it.
Yo,
Who's
did you ever see they got a Naginata style Unakubi Zakuri blade where the handle's 15 inches long and
in
it's
that one?
a Unakubi blade, but it's
Yep.
thinner down there and it widens up there. They got them for like $3.99 on Ryan's store.
Yeah,
Just
I didn't
type
know.
in Naginata Unakubi and you'll see it, dude. I want to get one of those.
Right.
Like that
I
would
seen
be a
something
hell of a
first,
puzzle.
and then I seen the
Yeah.
big long pole. I was
What's
like,
up,
man,
Dan?
I gotta
Blind
have
Owl
that.
Bushcraft. We got Dan in the room. Dan, how
What up,
you
Dan?
feeling, buddy? I know that you
Philippines.
had something going on with your foot, some kind of an infection. I hope you're doing well, bud. Everybody's kind of piling in. But yeah, I am really looking forward to you and seeing that geometry and seeing that diamond on the back of that blade. I appreciate this stuff. I do. I do appreciate all these little nuances in some of these blades that really stand out and just make a
Yeah.
difference, you know. But you know, I'm hoping you like the balance. I think it's really balanced in my hand. I'm hoping it's balanced in your hands too, Eric.
Oh hell yeah. Well, we'll
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. So I'll look out for your stuff on Saturday. I really hope it
Well,
does come
yeah,
to you
I'll do an
Saturday.
unboxing and stuff too, so you get like the first impressions and the look on my face, and yeah, it'll be a good video, dude.
And you
That'll be
got
cool.
don't throw the box aside and look around because there's a little bit of a extra gift for you there.
Battery's running low.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I'm looking
Stefan,
forward to that too, man. I haven't gotten a new folding knife in a while, so that'll be
there you
a
go.
nice little addition.
You can pull that out. Yeah.
Stefan, the Godfather of Knives is in the house. I'm not worth it. You mean I'm not worthy? I'm not worthy. That's what you meant to say.
There you go.
So, for Blade Talk, we are going to probably Eric. So I guess we're going to follow the same pattern that we did the first time.
Yeah, that'll
This
be
is
good because we kind of did that dry run that we couldn't use or whatever. So yeah, we got like a
just
little
so
bit of a format and stuff. So should be
just so
good.
you all just so you all know, we actually shot a Blade Talk with the two Erics, the Von Erics. Okay, did you coin the name Von Erics, Byrd? Is that where it came from? It was you, right? The Von Erics. I like
I
that.
hope
Yeah,
so.
he did. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
I
right.
actually, I think
It's
I
just
put
my
in.
way of paying homage. I mean, both the Erics are awesome, and I thought the Von Erics when I was growing up, they were awesome. So awesome meets awesome, and can't go wrong with that.
Thanks, man. It means a lot, dude.
So I'm actually put it in on a thumbnail. I'm going to call them the Von Erichs. I think that's what I'm going to put in there tonight. But
And
we
it's
shot
easier
it.
to say. It's
It
easier to
is
say
because
than
the problem I had with them is with the same freaking name, I had to figure out, I'm going to call you K or I'll call you C. I said, so we had to kind of have some kind of call letters for each other for them because I'll be like Eric and be like, what? What? You talking to me?
Yeah.
So we have to kind of have some pet names for them. So the
Eric
Von
Morris.
Erichs
And the
go
thing
together.
is, dude, in my real life, like once people know my real last name, like nobody calls me Eric in like the real world. So it's
Right,
kind of I'm not even used to answering to that, to be
right,
honest, man.
right,
It's
right.
fun.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So what else we got going on here? I'm going to get to the comments a little bit. Are you guys, Eric, are you able to see the comments?
Nah, I got that.
Oh, because you're on your cell phone, I think.
Yeah, I'm on that phone, and dude, it's like a caveman with a freaking
Ryan
computer.
had said if you turn the phone sideways,
Yeah.
you can see the comments on the other side because you have your phone vertically right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I don't know if but leave it alone. If it's working for
Yeah,
you,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
we'll mess with that another time.
I try to put
Yeah.
all this stuff on the screen. What did Donnie say? Hold on. So Donnie said Eric is going to pull off the quadruple cut on a cigarette.
Yeah, I cut
I
him
can see that
once,
happening.
but that's actually a good challenge, man. Put a
That'd be
cigarette
bad. Yeah.
standing on your stand, and if you can get a clean cut through it, it means you got good edge alignment and a very sharp blade.
I think that'd be a challenge.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Your shit is sharp enough, okay, to definitely get it through. I mean, your blades are
Oh, for
definitely
sure,
sharp
yeah.
enough to get through a cigarette, I think,
Oh yeah,
Actually, you
I've
know
done it.
what? Try it out
I've
with a
got
cigar.
videos of it up.
Try it with a cigar.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I'll
Try
grab
it
some
with a
to work
cigar.
tomorrow.
Get a cigar because you have more cutting area there. It'll be a little bit more impressive.
Hmm.
But definitely try it with a cigar. So we got Carl Ruger in the room. What's up, Carl?
Carl.
What's up, my people? What's up, Carl? We got Scab. Scab is like, I don't know if he's watching a game right now or something like that.
Baseball? Football?
No, it was football. So he's like kind of in and out. Donnie said he's now he's going for a Guinness record to build the largest cigarette.
I've rolled quite a few of those back in the day.
I know. Just make sure you grab the cigar and not the blunt, all right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to cut that shit up.
Yeah. Plenty more where that came from.
Hey, Byrd. What's up?
Carl, you're very sexy, Carl. You're definitely very sexy.
Yo, Byrd, do you get snow in the winter?
Oh yeah, not as.
All right. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Have you cut out there in the snow yet?
It dwindles down each year. We seem to get less, but yeah, there's a good 2 or 3 snowstorms during January.
How much snow you actually get?
Oh, just a couple inches. Don't get nothing serious.
Nothing crazy.
I'm from the blizzard capital of the world, man. Like,
you
you
if
get a
it
lot
gets
of
below
snow.
0 degrees and you're cutting bottles, the water will freeze your blade before you can even wipe it off. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you have it bad by you, Lancaster, right? Yeah, you have it really bad.
Yeah.
Really
Dude, we got
bad.
7 feet a couple years back. Like
Holy
within
crap.
36 hours, it was
Wow.
insanity.
Oh, the whole world would stop here if that happened. Everybody would.
Oh, everything stopped for
here.
3 days.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't have another. I don't know. We didn't have a really bad season.
It's cold down there, though, man. You get them winds coming off the ocean, dude. I've been down there a few times. That's chilly, man.
Where's that? What are you talking about?
Where Joe lives.
Oh, Joe.
It gets really cold. Yeah, because I'm not too far from the water, the coastline, and you get those. As you're driving around closer and closer to the water, you get that really frigid air. But we didn't have. I mean, we had a couple big snowstorms, but it wasn't that bad. I'm hoping it's not the same this year. I mean, I could deal with cold. I don't mind cold. I really don't. I like the change of seasons. I like the fall. I love it. I don't mind the cold. I just cannot deal with the freaking snow.
Oh, I love it, man. I'm so used to it at this point, and you got to build a snowman and cut it up.
I was just gonna say yes. The only reason I like winter this year is because I want to chop up a snowman.
Hell yeah. Just search my name in Snowman, and I've done a bunch of them over the last couple of years, man. With my longsword, katana, all kinds of stuff.
That's cool. I can't wait for that. Well, now
Absolutely.
we got 3 sword guys here. We're talking about the weather. What's wrong here?
Listen, this is the way these lives are, man. It just goes here, it goes there, it goes freaking everywhere.
So how you doing this mailing thing with the store on tour? I mean, are you paying all the shipping, or we all taking
I
turns?
was gonna pay the shipping to the next guy. It's only fair. The dude sends me
Well,
the katana to
that's what I was
fuck with. I'm not gonna be like, hey,
whoever,
pay me to ship this to Eric, you know?
no, whoever you send it to,
Then they
you pay
send
for
it.
the shipping, and whoever's
Pay
Eric
forward.
decides to send it to is paying for the shipping.
No, that's cool. I
That's it.
was just curious. I figured
Yeah.
that's the way I would do
Whoever
it.
gets it
Yeah.
after me is gonna have a fun time, man. I'm gonna put a killer edge on that.
I am sure, and I'm pretty sure that after you cut with it, you're probably going to go back and hone it again anyway.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure,
for sure,
definitely.
absolutely for sure.
The steel on those is really good though. Hanway's got the heat treat and stuff down. Like, it's really good steel.
I need to
Yeah.
get one. Apparently, everybody's telling me.
They're
Have all these, don't
freaking.
have a Hanway in there. So
Out of a lot, out of all, and you guys could correct me on this, but out of all the production lines, I'm talking about the real production swords where if they're in stock, you buy them, you know, that type of thing. Not forges, you know, like the actual production makes. Hanway, I would say, is the biggest company out there
Oh
in
yeah,
terms of
they've been
distributing.
most established and stuff for sure.
Yeah. And you're pretty safe with a Hanway. I mean, listen, there's a lot of
Yeah, I
bad
don't
off
know
the
about that,
line. There's
man.
bad off the line. There's a lot of bad off the line. There's some models that do better than
Do
others,
you
you
know
know.
about my Raptor that I got? Like, do you know how jacked up that was?
No, tell
Dude,
me about it.
dude, all right. I got it. First of all, it's the Hanwei Shobu Zakuri
The Shobu.
Raptor. The blade, it weighed over 3 pounds. It's so 8 millimeters thick at the freaking base. One of the Makugi Ana, the hole in the Nikago, was drilled off the Nikago. It was horrible. Like, the sword shouldn't have left the forge. The Habaki was all jacked up. I mean, it was a mess.
But that's an
Like,
oddity. I don't think that's a testament for
yeah, that
that
was the
particular
one-off.
sword.
And I ended up contacting them then, and they offered to replace it. But by that point, I had already put double what I paid for into having Abinum fix her up. So I ended up keeping her. And if I ever need a overweight blade, but yeah, man, I'll send you a link when we get off of this to the video
How
that you
would you
did
say
on
their
it. It's
customer
bad.
service is with
It was
Hanway? How
good
would you
though. They
say?
got back to me in a timely fashion, and they were like, "Yeah, send it back to us. We'll send you a new one." But I had waited so long, like it was the third or fourth katana I got. I never took her apart, so like I didn't even know that the Makugi hole was jacked up, and it had
Yeah,
already been like over a year. So like they weren't like legally warranty obligated to, but they offered to replace it anyway. So I
right,
feel like they got good customer service, and any other of the Hanwei swords that I have are nice. Like,
right.
especially their Shashka. Like, that's one of my favorite non-katana swords.
so it's just that one that you got that was kind
Yeah, yeah.
of,
See, I had a little back and forth with Hanway. The practical XL I have, which I love the sword, but the stupid shit happened. Like the freaking the bullhorn over the Koiguchi they didn't put enough glue and it kind of fell off, and you know a couple stupid little things,
Yeah,
cosmetic.
the Koiguchi on the Raptor was all messed up
It was
too.
all
Like,
messed
there
up.
was a
I
bunch of
mean,
stuff wrong with it.
honestly, I put a little Gorilla Glue on it and it's 100% fine.
Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna
that's
try
really the
that
only
next
thing.
time I need to tighten up the Koiguchi. I'm gonna try that Gorilla Glue thing. I like that
works.
idea.
It
It works.
just to set things straight because I got kind of reamed by like some dojo people
Oh, them
that
elitists, nah.
that's not like the proper, you know, listen, if
Yeah,
you people like us, like we're not getting, you know, formal training, we're not part of a dojo and stuff like that. If you ever did that in a dojo and try to service your sword with Gorilla Glue, they'll show you where the fuck the back door is. Like they don't stand for
yeah,
that shit because it's all about really respecting the sword, which I have a lot of
yeah,
respect for the sword. But you know, if I
yeah,
was with a dojo, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't recommend that to if you're a student and you're in a dojo, you know, you have to use the wood shimmies and the proper way of doing it, you know?
Oh,
Right.
I was just going to ask, what do they do then?
The wood shimmies, yeah, the wood shimmies. There's certain things that they do that's allowable for the school. Each school has its own rules, but there's certain things that's allowable in certain schools as far as how you should service or maintain your katana. You know, so but Gorilla Glue, I don't think is definitely one of them.
Yeah, what you're supposed to use is get like those really thin wood veneers, and then you glue
Yeah,
it in there, and
yeah,
then file it down to fit the habaki, and it's supposed to grasp by the ha and the mune
right,
of the habaki, and the sides aren't even supposed to touch on a properly
right.
fitted saya.
That's definitely the proper way to do it. Carl's in the room. Carl, have you done it with the wood shimmies? Because I know you've definitely serviced your swords. You want to put into
Oh,
the
Carl
comments? I'll put it
services
up there.
lots of swords.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I'm curious, basically, how he. I wanted to know, Carl. I want to know how did you tighten up your hole? So let me know. Meaning the Koiguchi. I want to know how you tightened up your hole. So put that into the comments there if you're listening.
Dude, I've held his collection firsthand. Out of all, like, he's got just, I mean, there were so many beautiful katana to pick from, man. That was really something, seeing all the Carls laid out, and you had them on the rack in that cutting area at Dangers, man. That was a sight to behold for sure.
So Carl said, yes, I use wood shims. I would imagine that you do. Absolutely. I'll try the wood shims next time. It's just that the Gorilla Glue is a lot easier. The wood shims is a little too much work for me. I try to service my katana in the best MacGyver way possible, so I can just do it and move on. Because I was going to send the sword to Eric, and then I saw that I didn't like, the fit of the sword. I felt like, it was in there, but it felt a little too easy. I wanted to send it to a
Oh,
little tighter.
yeah, I
You know,
forgot about that. I'm gonna have to make sure and pay attention to that when I first open her up and stuff. See the
yeah. I mean,
nice. Yeah,
I
I'll
don't know
give
what
your
the
Gorilla Glue
well,
Koiguchi fix a critique if you
Pro-
want.
just as a disclaimer, maybe what like the different temperatures it goes through and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah,
The
yeah,
wood might expand; it might have to regulate. But I'm assuming I put it in the box. Okay, it was locking in. It wasn't hard to come out, so I'm
yeah,
assuming it should be okay coming to you and stuff.
right. And like as a guy that fixes his saya scratches with furniture scratch markers, like I'm all about the outside the box katana
Right.
maintenance and solutions.
Yeah, me too.
Carl posted, ha 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 ha, lemon juice to tighten up my hole. Get your mind out of the gutter, Carl. We're talking about the koikuchi.
Giggity, giggity.
That's funny. Got a couple of people coming in and out. So I lose train of thought. You know what? The live chats with the live and the comments, it's hard. It's actually a challenge to have a conversation and have one
Yeah,
eye on the comments at the same time.
Yeah,
And I could understand why certain lives they never really address the
like doing that.
comments because it's hard to do. Saying I got to have one eye here, one eye there. It's kind of
yeah.
tough.
For these
But
though, like I mean, kind of I don't know. I'll talk about that off camera actually, but yeah,
definitely, we'll
man.
definitely follow up on that. But tell us about because we kind of drifted off the subject a little bit. The sword manufacturer, and I want to see some of the swords there, Byrd. The Amazon sword manufacturer, like was it Bohihai or no?
Bohayu.
Orihu.
Bohayu,
Orihu.
Bohayu. Okay, how did you come across Bohayu on Amazon? Did you kind of
Buying.
just take a chance,
Well,
and then you liked it?
actually, I
How did you
didn't.
come across it?
I started seeing parts. The first, I mean, my first step when I got my first sword was I wanted to redo the Sukon and redo the handle and get new Ito wrap. That's where it all started. Then I found Bohayu. They're the ones that had the Ito wrap, the new Sageo. The more I looked, the more parts of theirs that I found. And they pretty
Right,
much had all the parts to make a whole sword. And by the time I'm looking, I'm like, well, cool, I'll just buy all this.
right,
And just started. I mean, I got a whole box sitting here of Supas and Kasakis and just enough parts to make 10 more swords.
right.
Just because I'm buying all the stuff, just seeing what I wanted to fit, and what fit and what didn't. And then after buying all the parts, and I noticed the blades, and then I noticed their sword, bought that Green Dragon. That thing's
Hmm.
awesome. So then I knew that all the blades were cool. So I trusted them after.
Okay.
Yo, Bird, do they do different blade geometry styles? Do they have like
I'm
Unakubis or Hirazukuris or anything? Or are they all just straight up Shinogi Zakuri?
It's pretty much Shinobi Zakuri. They do
Straight up.
have ones with bohis on them.
Alright.
I have one coming with the bohi on it, so we'll see what that is. I
I
know.
like it lighter and faster.
Yeah,
I dig the
me
Bowie.
too. Well, I mean, they say they can do anything when you look on Amazon, and I'm trying to get that through to them through emails and whatnot, but it's really hard to communicate. And I guess they feel that Amazon's watching them the whole time they're talking to me, so I don't know what they can do and what they can't. So once I get that rapport going with them, I should be good. But I'm trying to do that now. It's a little difficult, but yeah, I mean, like I said, they say they can do everything, so I want to put that to the test and see what they can do.
What blade do they give you an option of blade steels?
Not really. I mean, just what you see the pictures of on Amazon. I mean, they're pretty much Shinobi Security. It's pretty much the same.
No, blade steels, not
Oh,
geometry. The actual the steel.
well, now that's a little complicated. It's weird how they describe it. It's like they don't know what they're talking about. I just look for 1095 or anything else. I mean,
Right.
Their 1095s are big sellers. They don't have much of anything else, really. They're 1060 and 1045. I don't think they have any T10. I think it's just basic 1045, 1060, and 1095. And
That's what
The
they use.
1095 is probably my favorite katana steel
Oh, yeah.
as far as like production, like beater, daily use katana. Like my best swords are all 1095.
Well, I mean, I like my T10s from Sino Swords. They're awesome too. So I really can't.
I try to kind of float to T10 when it's possible, and like you said, sometimes
like
with the forges, the custom forges, when the T10's available, I try to float towards that.
I like it. I have no problem with any of my Sino Swords. They're awesome. I mean, I put them right with my Bohayus for sure.
Yeah, I got one of my Sino swords being serviced in California right now because it was one of the JQ swords that I didn't like the fit and finish, which was horrible. But the blade it's a Cobus style blade, like a folded blade.
Yep.
When you get that back,
lamination.
do a close-up video with your cinematography skills of the lamination.
Oh, I did it. I
lines
mean,
and
you can
folds.
find it. I did a lot of close-ups of it on
Oh
the
yeah,
video.
all right,
Yeah,
sorry,
but
man.
I'm gonna revisit it when it gets all new furniture on it and stuff because I had to get it redone, and it was just too nice of a blade for me to kind of not get it worked on. You know, it's just they did such a beautiful job with that blade. I mean, I recommend if anyone who admires katana, collects, cuts with them, you should have at least one laminated blade. I mean,
Dude.
if they're done well and it's coming from forges
Mhm.
done well, they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the wood
Yeah.
grain patterns, they're beautiful swords.
Yeah, I don't think
And
I don't think I'm going to get any more, but I do love the two that I got from Ryan Sword. They're just beautiful, and they are very well crafted too.
would you say the Ryan sword that you showed us? I think that you had said the Minuki was in the wrong spot. Would you say that's your prize sword?
That's not my most expensive one. My most expensive one's another Ryan Sword.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't even. I'm not even saying your most expensive. It could be a cheaper sword, but that could be your prize sword. It doesn't have to be your most expensive
my prize
sword.
changes every day. I think my prize sword's the one I just made. That Snake Plus.
Right.
That thing's awesome.
Because you did it with your own hands, right?
Man, I can't beat that. But as far as old Tensaiga here, that is pretty.
Show that to us again. I really love.
I love the Surrey. The curve on it's just crazy.
It is.
And that's why I like it. I mean, the handle's kind of beefy, but I mean, I can deal with that. But I mean, blade's awesome. I do need to hone it and show that lamination a little better, and it is beautiful when it's hot, when it's nice and polished.
Yeah, you definitely got to try to get some close-ups of that lamination line. I want to see it.
Well, you may not be able to.
No, not here. I'm just saying, like off camera, like you should post that because I really love to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna polish it up and redo the. When I
do an etch in warm white vinegar, then polish it with Mother's Mag, and it'll bring it out like crazy. I got that Chris Cutlery one. Like you couldn't see anything. Like you'd take it in a dark room with like a bright LED light, and you could maybe make out some of the lamination lines in the hamon. Did a warm white vinegar bath for 10 minutes, Mother's Mag, and now I mean you can see everything.
Yeah, like I said, I just need to put it on the old leather strap on the work sharp. It'll be good.
I'm gonna post this comment on here. It's a Silas or something. I can't pronounce it. Don't mind me. They mentioned that Bohayu doesn't know what grade their Damascus is. Have you ever discovered that? Like looked into the Damascus blades?
No, not theirs. I do have a Damascus blade. I don't know.
Yeah, my first katana ever was a Musashi Damascus, and I bent the crap out of it, cutting freaking maple branches. And yeah, if it says Damascus, just move right along and buy something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. I mean, they say
Damascus
all their
is
blades
tricky.
are. They say their blades are Damascus, but I mean, they're not the Damascus root steel. Like knives. They're
Yeah.
not kind of. I mean, I don't know what. It's weird how Bohaiu describes their stuff. They'll use every word they can to describe. It's Damascus, it's folded, it's laminated, it's 1095, it's 1060. So
Like if they
it's kind of
tell you the steels, that's all right. But
Yes,
like if
Kathleen.
it just says Damascus, like that
Right.
means it's like probably 1045 and
right.
some other crap steel. And yeah,
Right.
man, there's just cheap
Well,
dime a dozen
the thing is with
multi-ton
see,
basically.
my view of Damascus is this: Damascus can actually really be a good blade for steel, for a
Yeah.
sword,
Oh yeah.
but it's got to
Without,
be done at
let
a,
me
at
ask,
a
Right.
forge that knows
Yeah.
how to deal with Damascus.
Yeah. Not this month. No. Yeah,
let
I
me
know.
ask
I
you,
agree.
because my understanding of Damascus is it's root steel.
Yeah,
And
that's like the
Yes,
old textbook definition. Yeah.
yeah, that's what it
with the
was. That's what it was called.
charcoal's
Wood
thrown
steel.
into the folds, and that's what makes the lines. Okay, I'm just making sure I've got my
It's a
information
folded
right.
blade. I mean, that's what it is. It's a folded blade.
Mhm.
See, the problem with that is if you don't have a forge or a smith that knows how to deal with Damascus, it's very easy to get air pockets, like
Yeah.
spaces in between the folds, and
Right.
that could make the sword pretty much useless,
Well, then I
in
was
terms of
thinking
cutting.
Weak
too. I mean,
point
you're
breaks.
throwing
Yeah.
charcoal.
Flying helicopter of death.
Yeah, yeah, nice to
I
look
mean,
at,
right. Well,
but
I mean, aren't you're throwing charcoal in and then folding it? How can you keep count of the carbon and count on it? I
yeah,
don't know.
that's why you have to have a smith. Don't ask me, I'm not a smith, but that's why you
There you
need
go.
to have a smith that knows what the hell they're doing with
Mhm.
Damascus. So
Right.
if I wouldn't discount this Damascus as a good uh, blade, a good sword, a good type of steel for a sword, but you really got to know exactly the reputation
Right.
of the
Yeah.
forge or the smith that's using it. But
Yeah, I agree.
generally, yeah,
Wholeheartedly.
keep away with it. Keep away from it generally, because you're not going to be happy. I mean, listen, if you're just going to
Right.
pick up a sword because you want to have it for aesthetic reasons, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's a beautiful looking blade.
Yeah.
Let's talk about blade polish. What you guys tell me what your favorite type of blade polish is. I mean, we're talking about Mira, we're talking about cosmetic, or what blade polish do you prefer on your swords?
Well, I know Eric. He's gonna say Mother's Mag. I'm sure. Right.
No, no, not blade
Yeah.
polish. I'm
Oh.
talking about the polishing of the blade, the finish of the
Oh.
blade, not actually what you
Yeah.
use to
See,
polish. Mother's Make is
like
great, yes.
the only one I got, the only one that I actually requested and know what they did was the Unakubi from Sino Sword, and I got the cosmetic polish, and it was all right. But I've got a couple like higher end Hanways that seem to have a little bit of a more mirrory polish to them,
Hmm.
and I don't know. It's not really a huge thing with me.
Salus.
Like
Yeah.
it's,
Me
I
neither.
cut with mine. I abuse the hell out of my swords. So like, I prefer a scratch polish. Like my
Right.
HSTS Unakubi, made so many cuts with that it's starting to look polished from all the cutting scratches.
One
That's
particular
cool.
polish finish that I really learned, I really came to love is because deal with Sino swords a lot. They have something called cosmetic polish. They didn't invent it, but they use an option called cosmetic polish. So it's not a shiny polish. It's not a mirror polish. It's like kind of more of like a matte, but has a luster to it.
Hmm.
And this cosmetic polish, when they use it, the hormone is so freaking apparent and so visible, you can see it in any light. I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys remember the Hirazakuri.
yeah, I
Um,
want that sword.
I mean, it's just such a gorgeous finish on that blade.
Dude, that's like of all of the
I mean, you
put
could
together
see it, but
Shino
it's not.
swords. I love
Yeah,
that sword, dude. You did a good
it's
job picking stuff
it is
out. I've
good.
been tempted
Yes.
to ask him to buy one exactly like that.
Oh, in terms of the Hira,
Yeah, yeah. All
yeah.
your choices, the bohi, all the specs that you laid down. Like I, very tempted. If I had the cash, I'd have already had him making me one.
Yeah, that is cool.
I got to tell you, I gave Van hell for that sword. I think that we must have exchanged about 150 emails over that freaking sword
Oh
Wow.
wow.
because the sword that I got to replace it was the Corvus blade, which I was devastated with the fit and finish. I hated it. It's that's just one sword that I said they just completely got it wrong. And I even told them, I says, whatever fucking Smith was working on my sword, you should fire him, because I don't know what they were thinking. Seriously, it was that bad. After I took it apart and then, cutting with it and stuff like that. But everything else about the blade was great. It was just how they fit the pieces together. Nothing matched up with the Nakago, so it was things just, I didn't like it. So they
It's like the
replaced it
new
with the
guy or
Hero.
something.
So they replaced it with the Hero Zakuri. I said, I want to get something different, but I gave them every spec and everything that I want. I told them how thick I want the Nakago. I told them, as far as fitting everything in the right way with the Suba that I'm choosing. Do not put this sword on in the mail until everything completely fits right. So, and they gave me probably one of the best fit swords I've ever held in my hands. Because listen, Van is good. JQ is good like that. Like you can send them the emails. You tell them exactly what you want, and they'll do it. You could tell them how thick you want the motohaba, how thick you want it to be, where you want the bowhide to terminate, where you want it to start. You want a double, you want a triple bowhide, and they'll do all that stuff. In fact, the more information you give them, the better it is. That's what I really like about the company.
Yeah, definitely the premier customization place. I support them. I had good dealings with them. I know Carl has, definitely one of the better katana companies out of China.
So much JQ, right?
Sino swords, yeah.
Right.
Sino
swords. No, I totally agree. I love their swords. I want the 1095 from them. All I have is T10 from them, but I love the T10.
Yeah.
And the Choji Hamon, man, is just beautiful. Oh my lord!
Dude, Carl's got this one where it looks like flames on the Hamon.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I got.
One of the favorite Hamon I've ever seen.
Like
yeah, I've seen that. That definitely is gorgeous.
You can probably see it. Can't you see it on the screen if I show it close up?
That.
Can you kind of see it?
To make out.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Super tiny though.
Eric, Dan from Blind Owl Bushcraft Survival says he said love your videos, Eric. He was
thanks, man.
your videos.
Dan's likewise,
awesome.
man. I don't comment on all yours, but I watch all yours, man. I love seeing what you do every day in the Philippines. That's awesome.
Yeah. Dan, when I watch Dan's videos, I feel like I'm transported into I am transported into another part of the world, but just the way he presents it in the jungle and everything, I think it's awesome. It's a lot of fun watching Dan's videos.
Yeah, no, I watch them. I don't comment a lot of them, but I'll press that like button. So.
Yeah, same here, man. But we got to get them to get a pipeline of made in the jungle Filipino blades to us in the States.
Yeah. BC Jerb said, Mr. Byrd, you have a very nice wall.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Bro, you need to get rid of that couch and you need to get it thrown like scabs and put it right in the center of those two swords. The two
I want Ronnie James Dio's chair.
You need it thrown right there. Like I'm looking at it right there, right where the couches meet.
Right there.
You need a throne right there.
Throne right there.
And get rid of the couches. You don't need couches. What the hell you need couches for?
That would be cool.
Get yourself a throne right there.
You think Scab will mail that to me for a couple episodes? I can film it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if I knew where the hell he got that, at, I don't know.
That is wicked.
In the room. I don't know where he got it. He kind of one of these stores. I don't know where he got. I've looked it up. I've been looking for it, but I can't find it exactly.
So somebody probably made it. So,
somebody
probably make it then, huh?
I don't know. I can't find it. I've been looking it up ever since I seen it. I've been looking up some kind of a throne type of chair, and it's just either they're thousands of dollars or they're just crap. Right. So I don't know.
It was cool. It fits him.
Yeah. Oh, Pete, I didn't address Pete. Pete's in the room. What's up, Pete?
Uh-oh.
How you doing, Pete? Byron got to hit the pub for lunch. Australia. I love him. He always ends all his comments with mate. I love this guy. I love Pete. Love you, Pete. Thanks for stopping in, bud. I know you got to leave. But so if you ever have a chance,
Byrd, what's up, Silas? 444.
If you ever have a chance to get something with a cosmetic polish, I would definitely recommend it. It's just such a beautiful blade, and the Hamon is, no matter what light you hold, like you have a sword, you have to hold it in a certain way. No matter what light you hold this blade in, the Hamon is extremely apparent.
Actually, when you look at my channel header, there's a picture of the blade in the light. That's actually a Sino sword with the cosmetic polish.
Cosmetic polish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I am just head over heels over that cosmetic polish. I really am.
I,
You know, it's
I
like a step underneath the stones, under the what's it called, the Hazaka polish or whatever it's
okay,
called.
Hayusa, I think.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. All right,
yeah,
yeah,
it's a step underneath that because that's a little
right.
more expensive option. But
Hmm.
he actually recommended go with the cosmetic because it'll look better on a Hirazukuri blade geometry. You know, because it doesn't have it's a straight flat blade. You know,
Yeah.
so
Sense.
but yeah, no, I've been happy. I've been pretty happy. I got something coming in from Hanban Forge.
Uh-oh.
They're
Oh,
actually
I've always wanted to try one of theirs out.
they're sending me a sample to review.
Oh,
Cool.
nice. Sure,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So I'm actually really looking forward to that, and I'll put that to its paces. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to do I'm going to go Matthew Jensen on it, or if you know what I mean. But
Yeah, I always wanted to do that.
yeah, because
But it does break my heart just a little bit. Like, oh, I
It's
could have used that sword, man.
yeah. I don't know if I could damage one on purpose. I don't know. That's
but that's what makes his
it's
channel what it is. That's what he's
exactly
known
Yeah.
for, and
right.
he does a service because you really
No, I've learned a
get
lot
Dude,
from
he's
Bud.
helped me
educated
out with
as far
countless
as
purchase decisions.
I mean, besides the fact that his knowledge is off the fucking charts, okay, but
Right.
specifically as far as him really pushing the sword to its limits, it
Yeah.
really lets you know what you can do and what you shouldn't do,
Yeah.
and what you could get away with, what you shouldn't get away with it. You know, so
What metal's
uh,
good? What metal ain't? Yeah. Well, I learned a lot from him. Watching him, you, Joe, and Katana
Yeah.
Fanboy, and Eric there, and yeah, that's my
yeah.
go-to guys.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what it is. I don't know what price range it. I have no idea what they're sending me, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. Probably going to be something in like the $200 price range swords, like that they usually send out for like review samples and stuff. So, but
Yeah.
Hanban's a pretty big forge. I mean, I would
Yeah, they've been
say
around for a while, ever since I've been looking at katana for like 5+ years now. Yeah. And they
they're
got some nice swords too.
very popular. A
It
lot of
seems
people shop there at
There's
Hanban.
they're higher.
rumors that they're the same as Swords of Northshire, though, because if you like throw both their websites up next
The
to each
same,
other, they
the
look
same.
very freaking similar. Like it's
S-
probably the same Chinese lady.
It's the same subas, the same finishing pieces. It's yeah, very similar websites. It's just
That's
I
funny,
mentioned
Eric.
it to them once, but
That's
I
funny,
don't know.
Eric says Chinese lady. That's why I think Bo Hayu's right. It's just some little Chinese
No,
girl.
I'm
I said,
serious, man.
no,
There's
I
yeah,
believe you. That's what I'm saying. She's probably riding around on a bicycle, getting the
yeah.
suits, getting that,
You're absolutely
goes
100%
home and puts it all
right.
together and puts it on Amazon.
A
Yep.
lot of these companies use a lot of the same distributors and manufacturers for all
Right.
their pieces. JQ has some different things compared to Swords of Northshire and Hanban. I've seen some different
Yeah.
pieces, not a multitude of stuff, but there's some different pieces there.
I know
Company
Ryan's
I
sword.
like that I'm
Yeah,
waiting for
Ryan.
also a Skyjiro sword.
Mm.
So, but what I like about that company is it's whatever you find on a Skyjiro sword, you're not going to find on other swords. They
Yeah,
have
that
their own
Heroes of Korea
patented.
got's nice by them.
Yeah, very patented stuff, that you only find on their swords. Like they have a signature Suba
Right.
that unless somebody's ripping it off, it's not on distribution. And they also kind of formulate their own steel.
Huh.
And they
Mhm.
kind of keep it hush hush and secret. I don't know what they're using, but they have like their own mixture of how they make their own
Yeah.
steel for their blades. I mean, if
Mhm.
they're fantastic or not, I don't know. I have never cut with one.
There,
You have a
there,
Sky
I got
Giro.
one. It's through hard in 1075, and it's held out. I've buried that sword into the past the Moon A into a 4x4 cutting stand, and it's
Wow.
well done. So I can release the test for their through hard in 1075. That's a well built sword.
Huh.
So you would say that the steel is definitely holding up on the Sky
Yeah, and
Giro
it
you
took
have.
a crazy sharp edge too. I mean, that's definitely they know what they're doing.
How is the edge retention on it?
Very good. I mean, I put like one my crazy sharp fine edge on her, and I've cut I don't know 100 or so bottles and countless noodles with her, and I mean it's still she'll slice phone book paper like it's not even there still. So pretty good on the retention as well. And
That's good.
Hmm.
All
That's
right, so
yeah,
maybe they're doing something
1075.
right.
That's 1075. You said.
yeah,
Huh.
They call it 1075, but they also say it's kind of like their own
Right.
type
Yeah, like they
1075.
make their steel in house. They don't just get like a shipment from a company. Like they're actually making the steel, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
Are they made in China or Korea? Do you know?
I think they're China, I believe.
Yeah, China. Yeah, because I heard
Yeah,
Korea too. They deal in sometimes
it
for
could be.
certain swords, certain models of their swords, because they could get up there. I mean, they got swords for like
Oh
in the
yeah,
five and ten
five
thousand
thousand
range.
dollars. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's what turned me off of them. I didn't have the money to afford one.
yeah.
Once
No,
I,
no, but they have affordable ones too.
Yeah,
I
they have
mean,
ones with fake Hamon even for like under three
yeah, they
hundred
do.
bucks.
No, they do.
I,
They do.
I didn't
I wouldn't.
investigate far enough then, huh?
I went for the middle line around the $500-$600 range,
That's where I like, yeah.
Yeah.
and
That range.
you have everything pretty legit at that
Yeah.
price range. It's a good. It's like I think it's called the Dojo line or something like that.
Huh.
I think Carl
Right.
has one of them from the Dojo line too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look into
But yeah,
that.
mine
You
is
know,
like in the 350 range, and it's like more of a workhorse, but
right?
workhorse kind of sword. And I mean,
So that's the
I'm
1075 talking
satisfied.
about, right? The
Yeah.
1075.
Yeah,
Huh.
screw
Cool.
hardened, so no Hamon, so you don't gotta worry about setting her so much or whatever. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's springy and
Huh. Okay.
good stuff.
I'll tell you the sword that I'm waiting for, that I'm most excited about, is the Huawei sword.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
you're gonna be happy with those. They do a good job.
and the problem with them is, and I don't
The
know if you
guy's
want to
been
call it a problem,
dicking people
they
around, from what I hear.
they make
Yeah.
you. I've been waiting already 7 months
Oh,
Wow.
geez, yeah, that's
for this sword to
insane.
get done. I
Yeah,
think
I've
next
only
month will
bought
be
in
about seven
stock
months.
stuff from them.
Yeah, because I
Wow.
had them give me a full wrap Samigawa. I wanted a full wrap handle.
Mm.
I wanted also like a Rico style, wasted style handle with the full
Oh,
wrap. So that's challenging to do.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's a Datanuki.
Oh,
Ah.
those are
It's
good
a
blades. I
Datanuki
cut with
blade.
Caros, man. Those are good for double
Yeah,
cuts because you can use the
yeah,
momentum to get around for the second cut.
yes. It's a
Yeah.
Datanuki blade. I'm
I
really
want
And it'll be
excited
good
about
for
that.
mats too.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that as far as getting it. I hear a lot of good things about this company, but they take this sweet ass time to
Yeah.
get you swords out. So it's
Mhm.
almost like order it and forget about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Or get
And
something that they say that they actually have in stock. I know back in the day, like I don't know if
yeah,
it's still like that, but they used to have like certain models in stock, and like I ordered one and I got it in less than 10 days. So
right,
I
right,
mean, but when you're getting the custom stuff from them, I've heard horror stories on the forums and Facebook about people waiting
right.
like a year and a half, 2 years
Yeah.
and stuff.
See, what I think with this company, I don't really think they have many stock swords. I think that the stock swords they have is like the samples online, but they're not in stock, because if it was in stock, I would have had my sword already. But
Yeah, yeah.
I picked from one of their swords that they advertised,
Oh,
Datanuki.
okay.
I didn't change much. I just asked for the full wrap Samigawa. I didn't
Mm,
change anything else at all. I think I was able to request the link to the blade and the link to the scar, things like that. So I don't know if you want to call that a custom sword. I don't know. I mean, would
yeah.
that classify as a custom sword with them? I
Yeah,
don't know.
customized, definitely. Yeah.
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 So I guess I'm waiting for a custom sword.
Uh,
Yeah.
well,
But
see, the way I put it is like the stuff from Sino Sword, Huawei, all those, I call those a customized katana.
Right.
Like what I would consider custom is like a blade made by a smith, like
Right.
James
right,
Walter Sorrells,
Yeah.
any of the guys. That's what I would consider a custom sword. Like the Sino
that's
Sword stuff, I'd call customized.
Yeah.
custom parts or custom,
Yeah,
like the way
custom
they put it
built.
together,
Custom and then
custom
custom
parts.
made. Yeah.
Custom made, it's
Yeah.
really should be called, you can choose from custom parts,
Right.
to put it together the way you want it, color scheme, things like that. But custom made,
Yeah.
that's a totally different animal together. Yes,
Right.
Walter
But
Soros,
hey,
all
guys,
that
I
stuff.
don't mean to interject, but I gotta
Go ahead.
be out. I gotta get to bed and be at work in like 6 hours or something.
I hear you, buddy. Eric,
So,
thank you for joining us, buddy.
Hey,
I
yeah,
had a
anytime,
blast, man. It
man.
was a nice talk.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll see
So,
everybody again Monday
so
then.
guys, you'll see everybody. You're going to see Eric on Blade Talk coming up on Monday. I'm going to put a post out tonight, and be ready for another live. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate
All
it,
right.
buddy.
Eric.
Yep.
All
Have a
right.
good one,
Later.
everybody.
Later.
Bye.
All right.
That's cool.
It's you and me there, Byrd.
Right on. Yeah. Hell of a guy, Eric, man. He's cool.
Guys, in the comment section, the people in the room, please don't find it rude that I'm not looking at your comments. It's just hard to hold a conversation.
Right.
Um, That's ridiculous waiting a year for custom work. It's you know what it is? I would say it's ridiculous if it wasn't that's what they're known for.
Right.
Like if I had all the people who were talking in my ear about Huawei and said, "Oh yeah, I got it in 2 months for a custom order," then I would be like, "All right, something's weird here. What's going on with my sword?"
Right.
But everyone tells me the same thing. They
Word of
just take
mouth.
their sweet time. I mean, even Matthew had told me himself. He's like, they make good products, but they they
Gotta
take their
wait.
sweet time to get it out. Listen, I personally don't mind waiting for a
No.
sword that's done right.
Right. As long as I'm happy in
Okay.
the end,
If I'm
I'm good.
happy in the end and I got all the shit to play with, if the sword is going to be done the way their reputation is, as far as
Right.
how they put together swords. I mean, I'm a sucker. I need good fit and finish. That's
Yeah.
my pet peeve. Everything. I don't want wiggle. I don't want rattle. I want to
Right.
take it apart. I want to put it together, and I want it to be fine. I don't want it to be. I don't want to have one cutting session have shit like start wiggling on the
Right.
habaki and stuff. I hate that. So
Yeah.
if that's what they're known for and that's what they're going to do for me, I don't mind the wait too much.
No,
But
it's all word of mouth too. I mean, evidently that's the thing, and it's worth the wait too. So
right. So we'll see basically how these swords come in. Like I said, I got a couple coming in. I want to see how the Sky Giro is. I'm excited about that because that's, one of the better, sword manufacturers, I say, from production models.
I've kind of looked into them. I forget what turned me away from them. Probably the price. Like I
Yeah.
said, I
No,
was
but
looking
they
at the
do.
high end.
No, their high ends are in the thousand ranges, but
Yeah.
they're also folded blades.
Right.
And stuff like that. Like a lot of their swords in the thousand range are more like the folded blade models,
Right.
which if you're paying the smith the right amount of money and they're going to spend the right amount of time, I can understand why folded blades would be more
Right.
expensive. Except for
Yeah.
Jakku.
Right.
Jakku gave me that Kobu's blade for a dynamite effing
Yeah, I mean,
price, man.
I want to get one of their tomahawks because they don't.
Tomahogany's, you'll probably spend about maybe 400 or 500 on the tomahogany
That's
swords.
what they had. They had them everywhere from 400 to 600, and I was just like shocked. I'm like, wow. And to testify with those that I got, I don't see why I would have a problem with it. That's my next sword. I think
Right.
that my Naginata. I can't wait to get that.
Can you answer this question, Byrd? I'll leave it up to you, and
What's
then
that?
I'll put.
I can't see it.
It says Salaz said, "Will coffee stain Samigawa?" I don't know.
That's a good
Maybe they're
question.
trying to say, how do you get coffee stains out of Samigawa? Or I didn't catch the first part of it.
Something about there's a ghost behind me. I
Yeah.
probably got a shadow for my life. I would if you get it stained on because I have some Semigawa that's just bleached, it's not white. So that tells me that they kind of lacquered it white. I wouldn't spill coffee on one that's bleached. It would probably stain it. And there's really no way you could get it out. So it's just pour bleach all over your whole hand. I don't think you want to do that.
Alcohol, maybe if it's fresh, alcohol get it out.
Yeah, I mean, if it's wet, if you catch it right away, you might be able to. But if it's dried, yeah, you're
No, if it's dried, it's going to be tough. But I'd
yeah,
say
you might as well paint it
if you
brown.
know you just spill coffee on it, if you just kind of soak it in alcohol right away, alcohol is again one of my biggest fixes for all my swords. I use alcohol after every single cutting session.
Huh.
I have a spray bottle with alcohol, and I spray down all the blades, and I get all the gunk off, and then I put Mother's Meg on it if I have to get rid of the any surface scratches and stuff.
Right.
And it works like a charm. So alcohol, Mother's Meg, oil, store it.
Well, there you go. So WD-40 and oil.
Well, WD-40 is the same thing. For storing, a WD-40 is excellent. I would actually recommend WD-40
when you said
if you're
alcohol,
storing it.
that's funny because I used to be in injection molding in plastics, and when we clean them high carbon molds, that's what we use is alcohol.
Right.
And mainly because it dispersed the gases of heating the plastic and compressing it, and it built up gas residue, and that alcohol would clean it out real well.
Right.
So that's interesting. I completely forgot all about that.
Yeah, I actually wherever I'm cutting, I have a spray bottle with alcohol ready because after every cut, I'll just spray it down and wipe it down. And my blades have been pristine, by doing it that way.
Well, it's probably a lot cheaper than buying canned WD-40. That ain't cheap.
Yeah. No, well, the WD-40 is good to store it in.
Right. Well, no, I use Chojo. I mean, usually I'm always playing with my swords at least
Yeah, I don't deal with the
once a
Japanese
week.
chojo oils. I know it's
Yeah.
traditionary, but I'm assuming they're really good. I had it in like one of those kits, but I
Yeah.
rarely ever used it. You know, I
Oh
use
no,
actually.
but I've used some of them in kits, and they've actually
I'll tell
rusted
you
my
what I use.
swords.
Hold on. I use. I don't know if you can see it. CLP.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is actually a gun stock
Ah,
for your firearm oil.
there you go. That's
And
cool.
this is actually like WD-40. It works really well, and I use that if I'm storing my sword for a long period of time. I
Right.
use the CLP. If I know I'm going to be going in and out of it, I
Right.
use mineral oil,
That's
and
good.
mineral oil is mad cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've had a bottle of mineral oil for like 3 years now, like a bottle this big. It's lasted me 3 years.
Right.
You know, and that works pretty well as far as like just storing your sword in that type of oil. You know.
Right. Huh, that makes sense. I might have to look into that. The chojo is a little expensive too. You get for the good
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah. I mean,
Silas, just responding to Silas. Thank you, Joe, Mr. Byrd.
right on.
We're tied up. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. In response to a lot of your questions, I'm sure I'm going to look at it in the chat later on and stuff. But yeah, I apologize for not getting to
Mark
all your
down
comments and stuff.
brown factory
You
works.
know,
Hey,
Gora Steve is in the
Carl's
room.
got it. Carl's
You
answered.
got a Gora Steve is in the room. What's up, Steve? How you doing, bud?
Oh, verse Steve, what's up, man?
How you doing, man? What have you been cutting lately, guy?
Fruit and veggies.
Anything crazy? Any fruit? Any some would say, Steve, that you're wasting a lot of fruit with your cuts, but I know he says he eats them after that. I just hope you clean your blade with alcohol before you cut your fruit, because I know if I was cutting fruit in my blades, I want to have a clean blade before I cut into my fruit that I'm going to eat. So I'm hoping you're disinfecting your blades before you cut your fruit.
Oh, that's funny.
What
What is
else you
that?
got?
Silas 4475. Yeah, he's the other Bohayu guy. He's got a couple Bohayus, I think.
Yes, he was commenting on the Damascus earlier. Yeah,
He's the only other person I know that's got it.
Right. You know, Stefan's still in the room. Air guns and air power. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us, buddy. So he said, "Bummer, bro. Hates to hear the best wishes." I didn't catch the beginning of that. I don't even know what it is. But thanks for being here. But I just saw you actually for the first time.
I wish I could have one eye here and one eye there. It'd work perfect, but no.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a couple things at the same time. But this software is working pretty good. This is actually a new software. This is the first time using it. It's called StreamYard, and YouTubers out there know this. It's been out for years, and all the big. I mean, I've only, like I said on one of my other videos, I've only been a YouTuber for less than a year.
Right.
So I started doing the lives, and StreamYard is really the way to go. I mean, it's really fantastic.
Was that what you do with Scab, or?
I'm going to be doing it with Blade Talk. So, Mr. Byrd, you are my guinea pig right now. So I hope you don't mind being my guinea pig, my test subject for StreamYard.
My pleasure.
So far so good. I like how it works. I can see the chats. It's a lot of cool things you can do here, and I'm able to play your video. So I played your video clip because I actually had captured that earlier, and I'm able to play like certain video clips on the fly. In between, and everybody can see it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is.
So I'm liking what I see so far from you there, StreamYard. Working pretty freaking good.
Well, that's cool.
So, Mr. Carl, well, fellas, I got a shower. Yeah, I know, Carl. I can smell you from here, man. You really need a shower, buddy. Fellas, I got a shower and hit the rack. Oh, he's hitting the rack. He hits the rack before he goes to sleep. How do you hit the rack and go to sleep after that? Don't you have like crazy adrenaline rush after you're hitting the rack? I don't think he meant hit the sack. I meant I know he hits the rack. Like bench presses, rack.
Right.
I'm assuming that's what he means. I don't know how you get to sleep after that. So 6 o'clock comes pretty early. Carl, thank you. I love you, buddy. Thanks for joining us here, man.
See you, Carl.
Sorry I didn't get to a lot of your comments, man. Have a good night there, buddy. We got a couple people still in the room. You know who's in the room right now?
Who's that?
We got Mr. Matthew Jensen.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Matthew Jensen, you grace us with your presence, my friend. Okay, you grace us with your presence, buddy.
Wow.
Matthew said, "What is the last movie you saw a shitty sword in, and what made it shitty?"
Kill Bill.
You think?
Yeah.
Would you call that a shitty sword?
It's funny.
I mean, obviously, what she was doing with the sword is a little fantastic.
Yeah, that's a totally different thing. I'm just talking about the actual sword. because I watched it. I haven't watched the movie in a while, and I just watched it like a month ago or so ago, and because I didn't know about swords the last time I watched it, so I'm watching it this time, and I'm just hearing it, and they're just whoosh, just the sounds that come from it. It's like, okay, I can't do
But
that.
that's movie. That's movie. But what did you think about how what was his name? God, I watch a movie all the time. What was the Smith's name? He's
Oh,
actually the name
Tori
of an
Hanzo,
actual samurai.
Tori
Huh?
Hanzo,
Tori Hanzo, which actually was the name of a samurai back in the day. But he
several,
was a smith.
several,
Yeah, he was a smith.
yeah.
And what do you think about I mean, I thought the blade steel was freaking gorgeous. I
Oh, the
mean,
swords
it
in the
was
movie, yes, are awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'd like to get Bill's his sword. That would be cool.
Bill's sword was nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bill's
and
sword
there's
was
several
nice.
companies that make it too. So
Yeah, but as far as I don't know if he's meaning like last movie you saw a shitty sword in and made it shitty. I would say Kill Bill. I mean, we're going way back to like what's a
well, I
shitty
say
sword?
Kill Bill because all the close-ups there, it's almost there's a different sword in every close-up.
Did you see the movie 47 Ronin? I believe it's
Yeah,
called with
yeah.
who the hell freak was in it?
Keanu
Oh,
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves. What did you think about the swords in there?
You know what? I haven't seen the whole movie, and I can't really say because I only seen like the last scene of it. I guess I need to watch that
I
again. I
thought
did
they
watch.
presented some really nice looking swords there.
Yeah,
Some of
and
them.
they have some. I do believe somebody sells replicas from that movie too. I did see 13 Assassins
Yes.
yesterday, and
I have to catch it. I didn't see it, shamefully
oh,
enough. I
dude,
gotta
that's an
see that.
awesome movie.
I feel
Awesome
stupid
movie.
not seeing it. I should really see that movie.
But I watched it because in the end fight scene, there's just swords everywhere sticking so they can grab them. I mean,
Right.
there's just hundreds of them all over, and they all look like highways.
Right.
So,
Right.
and the main thing I was looking at, I was seeing where that Manuki was. I'm real curious
Yeah.
in this Manuki fiasco. So, but no, that's a real good movie, and not a lot of nice swords in there. I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a crappy sword in a crappy movie.
I mean, it's I don't know. I would have to really think about that, Matt.
Actually,
I
you
would
know
have to
what?
really go back and think about that.
Highlander, the Cregan, the bad guy's sword, Clancy
Yeah.
Brown, his sword in that movie, how he puts it all together. There's no way that would work. I mean, as soon as he strikes them, it would fall apart.
That's a little
So
outrageous.
that would
Yeah.
be my crappiest. The
Yeah.
sword itself is awesome. I want one, but I don't.
Going back to 47 Ronin again, you didn't watch the whole movie, right?
No, I haven't seen it. I
The
don't.
swords, there's a part in the movie where he got these particular katana from like these
Those alien guys, yeah,
magical alien freaking guys,
yeah,
and they have these incredible like katana that he went to go get.
yeah.
So one of them so he had one in his hand. So one of the other samurai, the chubby one. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I know.
love that
Yeah,
guy.
I know what scene
Yeah,
you're
I love
talking
that
about
guy.
now. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm horrible at dictating movies because I don't remember anybody's freaking name. Okay, but he mentioned to me, so what's so special about that katana? So he took the katana. There was this freaking tree branch that was like 4 inches freaking in diameter. Like
yep,
it
I
was just
remember
like going
now.
this way. So he goes, what's so special about that katana? So he kind of just lifted it and just dropped it
Yep.
on the tree branch, and it just freaking in twain, son, scab in twain, son. And he's like, and he didn't say nothing. He just went, boop, popped it. I just chopped the tree in half.
I do remember
So
that scene, and
that
why I
was a
remember
great
that
scene.
scene because I rewinded it like 2 or 3 times to watch it.
That was a great freaking scene. It really
Yeah,
was. I mean, obviously, it's not the real story of 47 Ronin
right.
because it was all magical. I enjoyed it. It was cool, but it wasn't the real.
Now, that's kind of a remake, ain't it? Ain't there original black and white movie?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's textbook. That's how it
okay,
came historically. This was a remake that make it more magical with the witch and the
right,
dragon, and which was
right.
cool. I like
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves. I like his flicks.
yeah,
I watch him more to watch him. But he's my Matrix guy, man. New
yeah. You
Matrix
can't
is
go
coming
wrong with
out.
the Matrix.
New Matrix is coming out. Can't wait for that to come out.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
They're coming out with a new Matrix. So I'm actually really curious to see how they're going to approach that.
Yeah, I'm curious too. What they left it? He was blind, wasn't he? And
Yeah. So he went in like into the system, like he became
yeah.
part of the whole system and stuff. So I'm curious to see how they're
Hmm.
going to come out with that. But are you into Halloween?
Somewhat. I mean,
Halloween and Halloween the movie, both.
Oh well, no, Halloween the movie. They were the classic. There, we're talking. I was more of a Friday the 13th guy, though. I like Jason because that's my name, Jason. So.
Yeah, but they went crazy with that, man. The first two,
yeah, oh yeah, they just got
maybe
stupid.
the third one, it just
What I think
too.
I think Jason faced Predator or
yeah, it just got too freaking crazy with that. But there's a new Halloween is going to be released.
Huh. Well, I think I did hear some. Jamie Lee Curtis going to be in that or something.
It's October.
That's
they made the new one remake when she's older last year.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
So now they're going to follow it up, and I think they're doing 3. So this is the second one. They are going to make a third one, from what I read. Wow. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Yeah, my favorite is Michael Myers. Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers is bad, dude. You blow him up with an atom bomb, he'd come right back, man.
yeah, he's definitely my favorite.
He was a little tougher than old Jason Voorhees for sure.
Yeah, didn't they pin him up?
Well, Friday the 13th, it was his mom killing everybody.
Yes,
in the first one. So that's kind of.
No, the thought that was put behind Friday the 13th was pretty impressive. It's just that they got crazy with it after the third one. Yeah, they got
stupid. And then,
But the first 2 were very well thought out. Yeah. It was really well done,
Yeah, it was a pretty good story. Man.
The premise was, if you have sex, you will die. That's pretty much the premise of those movies, of Jason movies. If you have sex, you will die. So that's pretty much the premise of Friday the 13th.
I never thought about that, but yeah, that's pretty much the point of that movie.
If you notice, that's pretty much the whole thing. Anybody who's having sex, you knew was going to die.
Yeah, right. The good part.
Sex kills people. Sex kills in Friday the 13th. It's not Jason that's killing people. It's sex that's killing them.
It's sex. Don't do it. You'll die.
Oh man, that's freaking funny.
Yeah, you have to see that 13 Assassins, man. That's really good. The scene at the end is just awesome. The fight scene. It's like an hour long. I mean, they just go swinging and chopping forever. It's really cool.
13 Assassins. That's the title. 13 Assassins.
13 Assassins. It's on Hulu, I think.
Oh, is it? I got Hulu.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's on Hulu. There's a good the Korean zombies. If you're into zombies, I don't know how much you're into zombies, but there's a good show on Netflix.
I missed Walking Dead on Sunday. Shit, you just fucking reminded me.
Well, if you like zombies, check out Kingdom. Kingdom is Korean zombies on Netflix. Some good stuff, man. It's totally different storyline than your original premise of zombie movies. They take it to a totally different weird thing. I don't want to give it away, but it's not your normal zombie movie. I'll put it, and it's Korean, so
right. So how did we get into this movie thing?
I don't even remember.
Oh, it was Matthew.
Matthew
mentioned
right.
it. So
Agora
Steve said, Steve said 13 Assassins is great. So yeah, I'm sure that you watched it, Steve. Steve's a big movie buff.
Yeah, if he likes it, then we're good.
He's a big movie buff. I'll take your word for it. I'll take yours and Byrd's words into heart, and I will definitely watch 13 Assassins on Hulu. I have Hulu, thankfully.
There you go. Bird's a word.
Yeah. So, horror. You know what we didn't touch, because we're going to be finishing stuff pretty soon.
Right.
Horror stories. Tell me any horror stories you had.
Ooh. Okay. I was going to do a video on this, but I'll do it right now since you're all here. My first sword, my vengeance sword, it always gets me. I'm sitting here now. This is why I love tight sides. Gotta have your tie sight, man. Tight your sight, tight.
You mean the habaki to Koiguchi?
Yeah, you want a tight fit, man. I don't want this. Even if I shake it, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want.
How about sword rattle? Does sword rattle bother you?
Yes, and I got I'm going to do a video on how to get rid of that.
I want to know, because I want to know. I want to see that, because I have my ways, but I want to know what you do.
Ball. Vaseline's the key to it. You can't just stuff a cotton ball in there; it won't work. You got to coat it in Vaseline, and
how do you get it?
Up.
What do you have, like a pole that just kind of?
No, I stick it on the end of my sword. I put it on the. I'll do a video on it. I put it on the end of my sword and just stuff it down in there, and you can feel it. If it stops, you can just come back and hit it again.
But let me ask you a question: doesn't the cotton ball, like after a lot of use, start coming apart onto the sword?
I've had to do my Bohayu one a lot. I know I probably use 2 pieces of full cotton balls to fill that one. And the other day I did notice that it started to rattle again, and I had to put another piece in there. So it may have a tendency to harden up and fall out, but no harm came from it. I just had to do it again to tighten it up.
If you had to get the cotton ball out by shaking the saya, is it fairly easy to come out?
Oh, yeah, it ain't coming out. Not unless coming out. I mean, like I said, maybe there was just something. I mean, I never caught it, but I'm assuming a little piece hardened and didn't stick with the rest of it and just fell out.
Right.
But that was
how many cotton balls would you put in And you just basically dip them in
Yeah,
Vaseline.
usually you're using about 1 cotton ball, 1 to 2 cotton balls, and I tear it up into about
If
6
somebody went into this live right now, they wouldn't know what they think we're talking about something really
cotton balls and
filthy.
swords.
Cotton balls,
But yeah,
Vaseline.
I'll do a video on that, man, because it works, man. It's really cool. But now my horror story, like I said, I had this sword, and I just put this new sai on it. I changed size out, and it wasn't tight. And I had forgotten that I didn't tighten it. And I went to grab it one night in the dark. For one, that was dumb. But when I went to grab it, it was so loose that my hand was at an angle, and the sword started sliding right when I reached my hand up. And of course, the handle's down here, and the blade was right there, and I just grabbed it right on my pinky. Oh man, that scared me to death, man. I thought I cut through my tendons and everything, but luckily it wasn't that bad. But it could have been. It could have been a lot worse.
No, it could have been.
So,
No,
don't grab your blade.
Because that's the same reason. I mean, especially because I'm sending my sword to Eric to use. I didn't want to. I wanted to tighten that shit up for him. Because I didn't want him to like.
It's a real big
pick
safety.
it up for the first side. Pick it up for the first time and have something happen because I won't be able to live with myself.
Well,
so I wanted to get that thing tightened. So now I'm pretty comfortable with the fit before I sent it to him.
Well, I mean, with that, it's a big.
I mean, if it's your sword, you know it. But if
Right.
it's not your sword, you're not used to the shortcomings, if there's any on
Right.
it, So that's definitely important. So the Vaseline and cotton. So Silas said Vaseline and cotton. He seconded that as well.
Yeah, it works. I got it from Katana Fanboy. I mean, I don't think he ever showed a video of doing it, but he talked about it.
No, he didn't.
He just explained it. So I've actually done it to almost all my swords except for Ryan's
wish he
swords.
wouldn't have left YouTube because he was a good YouTuber.
I know. He commented on one of my videos. I about died. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know you were still, And, dude,
I watched a lot of Katana Fanboy stuff. I mean, you can still watch it. It's still up. He didn't cancel the account.
I still watch it. So apparently he watches us. So
yeah, he had some really good videos.
Yeah. I learned so much from him, man. Really.
You notice how well dressed he was on every one of his fucking videos?
he did dress pretty stylish, man.
He had a vest and he had a scarf and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's like funny,
He had his style, that's for sure.
Yeah, but he was a big Jakku guy. He liked Jakku.
Well, that's who got me into it. After watching so many.
He got me right. He got me into Jakku as well. That's where I started getting.
He just praised him. There was nothing bad that he showed about him, so I couldn't go wrong with that. I figured.
And then Carl started telling me about it because I didn't know he had so many Jakku swords. I'm like, oh, cool, and I started picking his brain. But Katana Fanboys who actually got me in Carl Ruger.
Right, I didn't know Carl had. I knew he had a couple.
He has about 8 of them.
Oh, really? Wow.
I could be wrong, but I think he has about 7 or 8 of Sino swords. Yeah, he has a shitload of them.
I'll get more. I'm getting more of them. I like them. I think they're good company. Inexpensive too for what you get. It's really inexpensive. I mean, I have no problems with any of my Sino swords. Well built. Yeah. They're awesome.
Yeah. So he started me off on that. He was also into Skajiro. He had a couple Skajiros he was really happy about, but he was a big Jakku fanboy.
Oh, yeah.
He should have called himself Jakku fanboy because
I'm surprised they didn't reach out to him.
No, he spoke to them all the time. He had a good relationship with them.
As far as like doing reviews and stuff, like Matthew Jensen,
I could imagine, but he's gotten a lot of stuff from them, and he touted their swords like crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree with them. They are awesome swords for sure.
Yeah, my project that I would like to do with them is I would like to purchase a tomahawk blade.
That's what I want.
Just a blade, and maybe get it finished someplace else.
By maybe Samurai Byrd, maybe.
Yeah, listen. If you could do it, I appreciate your talent as far as working on your stuff. I don't know where the hell I would start as far as wrapping up a Scott. I don't even know where I would start.
I watched actually a Ryan Sword video. I mean, I got them. Right. I'm subscribed to their channel. They show a 2-part wrapping of the Suka. It's pretty simple. I mean, that's how I learned. So
why don't you make a video of it?
I would like to, after I build maybe another one, I would like to do videos where I'm actually showing bits and pieces of me putting it together and how to wrap the Semigawa and all that stuff, because there ain't nothing on that. I mean, there ain't no videos, very few videos about that. So yeah, I do have plans on doing that. Probably after my Slayer sword and I get it really down pat.
Right.
I know what I'm doing, then I can make separate videos and stuff. Yeah. But
Byrd, I don't know if you can see it, but Matthew had asked you a question. He says, have you had any issues with cotton retaining water or molding?
No, not at all. Not at all. Actually, the Vaseline is a petroleum, so it's an oil based. I mean, when you first do it, the first 100 times you draw your sword, you're going to get a little Vaseline on your Kasaki tip, but it doesn't rust it. It's never rusted any of mine. I've done it to all my swords except my Ryan swords, all of them but 3. So it don't rust it, and it will harden up eventually. And I'm good. I mean, I've never had no problems with it, not at all.
Okay.
Never rusting or anything.
And how long have you been using this procedure?
A year. At least a year. I mean, I did it on my first sword as soon as I seen Katana Fanboy doing it, and my first sword had some very serious wrap. I went through a nightmare trying to. There was an actual piece of plastic in there, so I stuffed paper in there, so my sword didn't fit. So I had to drill a hole and get all that out, and then I seen the cotton ball thing, and that's what fixed it. So, yeah, it was probably a few weeks after I got my first sword. I mean, then it's been fine, no rust whatsoever.
Right.
I wouldn't suggest putting a cotton ball in there. I would do the Vaseline. And
no, definitely.
Little by little.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's a trick to it. It's not easy, but I've never had any problems.
Well, if you brought it out there, you got to make a video of that now. I want to see a video from you from that, with regards to that. And also I want to see a video of you wrapping up your ska.
I do a lot of cussing.
No pressure now. No pressure. Just keep the
volume
off.
In that. I'm like, oh, damn it.
Just keep the volume off. Put some music over it.
There you go.
Put some very relaxing, like opera or some shit.
Like some relaxing Slayer, right?
Yeah, Slayer, relaxing Slayer. Give me some of your like original artist music and put that in the background, and I want to see you wrap that shit up.
I could probably try to do that. Yeah, no, I would like to do some sword building videos. I think that.
Have you ever tried to use have you used leather to wrap them up or no?
Not yet. I do have some leather, and I will make one with that.
Because if I'm ever going to learn to do it, I would like to try and do it with leather.
I would think the suede's kind of like doing it. I noticed
suede is awesome too.
Yeah, I've noticed suede's a lot different than the regular cotton Edo. It's way different. So I imagine the leather's coming more like that. I mean, I did an all right job, but it's kind of loose here and there. I mean, that's really it. You can do it, and it looks fine, but you get the feeling it, you're like, oh man. So yeah,
Matthew said, do you clean the water off before doing Noto? Putting the sword away.
I usually don't when I'm doing water bottles. I usually don't get all dressed up when I'm cutting water bottles and draw because there's just water on the sword all the time.
No, before doing Noto, before placing the sword back into its saya, do you clean the water off?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. If I have any water, I'll clean it off. WD-40.
Right.
Wipe off the water, spray with WD-40, wipe that off, put it back in. Yeah, I don't.
See, if I'm cutting water bottles, I usually don't have a saya on me. I usually walk over
that's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
bottles.
I mean, I'm usually not in
I don't
here.
even
have it sitting on the table.
Yeah, it's like if I'm cutting tatami and stuff like that.
Anything wet.
Yeah, but like water bottles, I usually don't even have a saya on me.
Right.
Because I don't try to replace it. Because before I put it away, and if I'm done, like I'll just line up the bottles and then just cut.
Right.
And when I'm done cutting, then I'll wipe it down and put it away.
Same here.
For the most part.
I mean,
I know Eric.
Yeah.
Eric Hussein, I know he's a fanatic about. He'll wipe his sword down after cutting fucking paper.
Right. Yeah, I've seen him.
You noticed that, right? He's doing like the cuts in midair with the cutting the paper in midair, and he's wiping his sword down after he's cutting paper.
After every cut, it's just about after every.
He's a fanatic.
I don't even think he has to cut anything; just swinging it, and he'll wipe his sword off. But he's got a clean sword, man, so we can't complain about that.
Pool noodles, I don't disagree because pool noodles have like that gluey residue.
Yeah, you get that gummy.
I don't disagree with that. But paper, Eric, paper, come on.
Well,
plain paper.
You can't knock his preventive maintenance. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, there's nobody like him as far as taking care of his babies, without a doubt.
Yeah, but I'm like you. I like cutting a bunch of water bottles and then I'll clean my sword. And I mean, like I said, I don't have my sai on me. It's always sitting on the table. Yeah, I'm like
right.
Water can be dangerous, so yeah, it's messy.
Right. So Joe calling out Samurai Byrd. I mean, I guess they mean I'm calling you out to like get those videos out. I guess that's what it means.
Oh, I got a lot. Daniel Lopez, Blind Samurai.
So Byrd,
I'll show him a couple.
I'm calling you out, Byrd. Make those videos.
I'll do them. I'll do them real soon. I've been meaning to do the Sire one, so that's coming up. So for sure.
Everybody's commenting the same thing. I think it's Kathleen is pure water. Says make those videos. So everybody's saying the same thing.
They all seem to like my do-it-yourself videos. They all like
And
that.
Stefan said that Slayer is relaxing.
I agree. Totally agree.
Slayer is relaxing. So
Playmaker.
Kathleen, I think that's what you told me your name was. I have a terrible memory, Pure Water. But video officially requested. Yes, it is.
There you go. I've been called out, so without a doubt. Yeah, like I said, I owe Blind Samurai. I owe him a couple of videos. He wanted me to do a review on the Ronin, one of them arcade entry levels.
Bro, let me tell you something. Daniel is another guy I really
he's cool.
admire.
He's really cool.
I admire him.
This dude's awesome, man.
I admire him.
He is awesome with the blade.
I could not even imagine.
I can't fathom it. I
can't fathom it.
I can't either.
And the fact that, listen, it's all about, like with Mikey and with Daniel, it's all about basically they took what life gave to them.
Right.
And you know that old premise, if life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Lemon juice, yeah. If it gives you shit, you make shit.
But they kept on going. They kept
Right.
on doing what they love. They kept on living their lives. And I think to these guys in particular, they're like an inspiration. They really are. They're an inspiration to me.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Air Guns and Air Power says, where do you guys get your Obi belts?
Actually, I seen an old video with Ken, Backyard Samurai. He has the same one I do, or I had the same one he does, I guess.
Maurice. Yeah, go ahead.
But I like the wide ones, and I got mine off Amazon for like $18 or something, I think.
I've gotten my OBs pretty good quality from, I believe it's called EOB something. You know what? I'll put the link. It's actually a company that distributes garments for dojos. They're a professional company. They distribute to the schools.
Huh. How long are those?
Huh?
How long are those?
Oh, I could wrap it around my waist like 3 times.
That's okay. That's.
I mean, it's thick. It's a thick freaking material. It's a very thick
material. I might get some of them
then. I could show it to you. Talk to everybody.
There's mine. Let me see.
Yeah. Let me see yours, and I'll show you mine.
There's mine. And it's just an Amazon one.
They kind of look the same. I mean, it kind of looks the same. I got one of those from Amazon before too. But then when I got a really well-made Obi,
right?
And it's it's not cheap. It's probably like I think it was about $35.
Oh, that's cool. I could do that.
Something like that.
Especially for a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the ones you could get from Japan. I mean, the really expensive ones. But for $35, I could tell the difference in the thickness,
right,
and how it kind of kept its form compared to the ones I got on Amazon. Like off the bat.
This one doesn't keep its form.
I hate it. The one I got from Amazon, I used it once, and I'm like, I didn't use it again. So I picked that up when I picked up all my samurai garments. Which I use from time to time, and that's going to be my Halloween costume.
Oh, really?
That's the only time I could walk the streets with my sword.
I thought about dressing up like.
That's why I like Halloween.
I wanted to do the samurai thing. I thought about that this Halloween. It would be cool.
That's why somebody had asked me, like, why do you like Halloween so much? Because I said it's the only time of the year I can physically walk the streets with the swords around kids, and nobody would say anything, about it because it's a costume. It's a costume. You don't have to know.
Little do they know that they're real swords, and
they don't have to know it's real. It's just it's part of my costume.
I thought about dressing up like Samurai Jack. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Maurice Clemens said, "I drank 7 beers last hour."
I know.
So you're in a good mood today, right now, Maurice. You're in a good mood, and he's got the little skull and crossbones in the back of his comments. Yeah. I love Maurice Clemens. The guy, no matter what I'm doing in the day, when he comments on my videos, he always puts a freaking smile on my face. He's hysterical. I love Maurice.
Yeah,
I really do.
I've seen his comments here and there. It's pretty funny.
He's got a million names for me. Actually, what did he call me today?
Well, who was that started the Joe Samurai? Was that him?
I'll tell you the story. But he said life gave me barley, so I made beer. When we said life gives you lemons, what was the best?
I remember watching the video when that happened, but I don't remember who did.
Yeah, Maurice. Hello, Tater Tot Joe. He has a million names for me. Thank God none of them stuck. The Samurai Joe stuck, and I'll tell you why. Okay.
Well, now first it was Joe Samurai, if I remember right.
Joe Samurai, Samurai Joe. It's not a name that I chose for myself, and I'm by I am not worthy. I am not worthy. I never wanted to give myself that name because I'm far from it. Okay.
I'm not
So
either. I'm not even Japanese, so
yeah. But you have it as a channel name. It's kind of cool. Like
yeah,
you knows what you're gonna watch. That's not my channel name. It's different.
yeah.
Dottie, this was a long time ago. Donnie kind of gave me a shout out, and it's before he really knew my sword,
It was
my
Donnie.
my
Yeah.
YouTube name. So he's like, "Oh, you know that guy, Steele." He goes, Samurai Joe." From that point on, the
And
name
then
never left
there was.
it never left me. It stuck, and it wasn't going anywhere. So it came from Donnie's. Thank you, Donnie.
Right on.
So
Happy
that's pretty
birthday,
much where
Donnie.
it came from. Which is fine.
I
I could
thought
be
I
worse.
thought it
I
was
could be
Donnie.
called worse things, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about tater tot.
Oh no, Maurice has all the names. I mean, I want to write them all down. As far as it's probably like 2 pages of names that he made up for me. But he's
He got
freaking
as much
hysterical.
names as Captain Electro's got costumes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm curious what he's going to come out to next. Boy, that guy is something else. He's funny.
Just going to the comments right now. Maurice said, "I like pure water. I like pure water too, buddy. Pure water is the best." Okay.
Life gives me piece to make cleaner for the scene.
Oh, you're able to read it there on the other phone, on the
Yeah,
phone, right?
I got my son's phone here, so I'm kind of reading it.
Yeah, I just feel bad. I'm trying to. Pure
Yeah,
water, Kathleen. Did I call you anything else, pure water? Kathleen, if I called you anything other than Kathleen, I apologize. My memory's terrible, but I'm definitely going to remember it now. So, Kathleen, are you a babe of the blade? And I didn't coin that. Tina coined that, babes of the blade. So, are you a babe of the blade?
Or wife of the knife. Is that it?
Wife of the knife. Yeah, I like all the names. Yeah, Gruggs did a nice shout out to like all the ladies of the blade,
Yeah, I
which
seen
was
that.
pretty cool.
I was subscribed to a couple of them, but most of them I didn't know, so I had to subscribe to them. Really?
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool that he did that. I don't know
Yeah.
if Gruggs is still in the room. Dude, I think we've been on for like
Like 2 hours.
2 freaking hours or something like that, man.
Awesome though.
I thank everybody for being in the room. I know we had a lot of people come and go.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't get to everybody's comments.
Yeah, what do we have? The Danimal says, I have a few Ronin katanas that are good value. They can take a beating, especially the Dojo Pro.
Yeah, Dojo Pro. Yeah.
Anytime that anybody asks me, what sword would you pick up as a first sword or as a beater sword? I always recommend Ronin. The Ronin RK series, RK series katana, they're about, I don't know if they're still the same price, but they used to be in the $130 range.
127. I think I paid for mine.
There you go. And it's 1045. Is it through hardened or is it a differentially hardened? It's through hardened.
It's differentially hardened, I do believe.
Differentially hardened? I thought it was true hardened, but I may be wrong.
I'm not real sure.
Yeah. RK series Ronin, about $130. That thing could take a beating.
Well, it's got a Hamon on it, so yeah, it's differentially hardened.
It's differentially hardened, then it's differentially hardened.
Yeah.
That thing could take a beating. That's a great starter sword. And
Yeah.
you're getting a really nice sword for about $130.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's like fake Samigawa. It's not, in terms of aesthetics, it's nice looking. They're not bad looking. It's just they're not the nicest Subas. It's just cheap aesthetics. Yeah. But the blade, whatever you're paying for, goes into the blade.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ronin's really good blades.
It could take a beating, especially the Dojo Pro. If you want to go into like a $300 range.
Yeah.
For the Dojo Pro, and those are Datanuki.
Yeah, they're nice.
I believe.
Real nice. Yes, they
those. Yeah. I would definitely recommend Ronin, either the RK series or the Dojo Pro, in terms of a sword that it's a good starter sword, and it's a sword that you can play with, take a beating, and they're nice looking. They're built well. Actually, Ronin's got two good sword lines there, and if you ever saw any of Matthew's videos, he beat the shit out of the RK series, and it held up.
He's got elites too. He does videos of too.
He started off his channel with Ronin.
Yeah,
Ronin was like some of the first companies that sent him swords to review. So you'll see a lot of his older videos that he started off with Ronin.
That's why I got my Ronin. Was watching his videos
from watching Matthew, of course. Yeah. But I'm going to pick up actually either a Dojo Pro or an RK series one day just to get it in my hands to see how it is. I'll review it. I'll cut with it. I'm actually really curious. I never picked one up.
I can mail you mine. How's that?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't like getting other people's swords.
Oh well, now if you're gonna mail yours out, you got to have somebody mail you.
I'm not comfortable taking other people's swords. I'm really not. I have a kukri from the kukri hat from the KHI that I'm going to send to Scab. I don't want to. I'm not comfortable using other people's shit.
Right.
Because if something ever happened to it, I would feel too guilty about it. That's just me. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'll grow out of it, but right now I'm not comfortable handling.
I think you should.
I'm just not comfortable handling it. Yeah, right now I'm not comfortable handling it. You know, I need to be.
The swords I'm thinking about sending out are the ones that I wouldn't care if something happened to them.
Right.
It's more about showing these people that they're good swords, and if it gets lost or damaged or something, I'm not real.
Well, Eric, I care very much about my Raptor, so be very careful with it. Okay, that's not a sword I don't care about. I love my Raptor. So Eric Hussein, put it to bed at night, put a pillow under its freaking ska, give it a little rub down, give it some love, and put it to bed at night. Okay, so treat my Raptor very well, Eric Hussein. All right, I know where you live, buddy.
That's cool. I like that idea with the sword tour. I'm going to do that. I'd like to mail this Bohayu out to like Devon Eric's and stuff. I think that'd be cool.
Oh, they'll take it. Eric, as soon as you say I'm going to get it, so I'm game. I'm game. He loves trying out.
And to you, I'd like to send one to you. So you got to get past this whole thing.
I'm not comfortable yet. I'll let you know when I grow out of that because I'm not even comfortable taking gifts. I'm not a gift guy. I like giving. I like giving. I don't like taking shit. I just don't.
Well, how am I supposed to give you anything? You give so much.
I can't. It's not even. I'm not trying to make myself this great guy. I've always been that way. Even Christmas time, I'd rather give. Right. I don't like receiving. I just feel uncomfortable. I don't know. It's just
that's what makes you a great guy, man.
Yeah, I'll grow out of it, hopefully. Stefan said, I drank a bottle of whiskey. Not a good idea. My nurse went berserk.
Well, these people may
freaking alcoholics in the room over here.
Which alcohol and swords do not mix, people.
I would love to drink more. I just forget to drink. Like I would say, like I would go through a night and says, oh, why didn't I have like a glass of wine tonight? I forget to drink. But it's not that I don't like to drink, but I forget to drink.
Got too much going on.
Yeah, too much going on.
I don't mind a good beer here and there.
What you get in the sword
here and there.
So Maurice said, this is interesting. Maurice Clemens says, I'm going to get in the sword game soon.
Well, okay.
I would love to know what sword you'll be starting with. And I would say, Maurice, start with a Ronin. Start with a Ronin. I think you'll be happy with it. You'll beat the shit out of it. You'll mess up a lot with it. And it'll keep on coming. And, $130 is a really good price for a sword.
I've even taken mine up against bamboo. I wouldn't recommend that. And I didn't do it very long because I was afraid I was going to bend it. But it did chop through a couple sticks of bamboo. So that's saying a lot for 1045.
Right. But, when you're ready for it, talk to one of us. But my recommendation at this point is to definitely go with a Ronin. They're nice-looking swords, and they'll definitely serve you well.
And I think they have a warehouse here in Texas, so you get them pretty quick.
Stefan, if you take a katana in an ambulance next time, I think you need to record that. Don't just say you're going to do it. I want you to record it.
Yeah, I got to see a video of
that. Yeah. Steve said that Carl has 6 custom JQs. Yeah, I knew it was something like that, 6 to 8. I thought it was 7, 8. Yeah, I guess it's 6. I don't know. I don't know exact, but I think he had told me once it was about 7.
I'd like to see.
I could be wrong.
He needs to do some reviews on them. I'd like to see some of his.
Air guns and air power, definitely start with Ronin. I recommend 1060. 1060 blades is the Datanuki Dojo Pro.
That's the Dojo Pro, yep. They make
the Dojo Pro.
That Ronin, they know that 1060 really well.
1060 is a good blade steel. If you have a smith that knows how to use it, 1060 could probably be better than a T10 blade if you have a smith that doesn't really work with T10 very well.
Yeah.
It's all in the smith, man. You could get a 1045 or 1060, pay cheaper for it, but if they know how to handle the blades and they know the temperatures and how to heat treat it, you could have a really strong ass blade at a 1045.
Yeah.
You know,
All depends on how you make it, pretty much. I have a custom 1095 folded Northshire.
I'll put it up. Danimal said I have a custom 1095 folded nice Northshire, and the blade is really nice looking. I have not cut with it, but it feels nice.
I cut with
Cut with it, bro.
it. Get out there and cut
Cut with
something.
it, bro. Don't abuse it. Just cut with it. Cut with it. I mean, I know what it is. If you have a folded blade, you really don't want to cut with it because it's so nice looking, and you don't want to get any mars or scratches and stuff.
Yeah.
And Swords of Northshire, that's another company I really like.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one
Two
of
swords in back of me are Swords of Northshire. This is Swords of Northshire, and this is Swords of Northshire.
Yeah, I've been wanting one. I see yours. I've been wanting one. I've watched your videos of old. Yeah, I've always wanted
Swords of Northshire they do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
For a custom forge type of thing, they're priced a little bit higher.
Right.
Than Jakku or Hanban, but they
do the full rep Semigawa on most of theirs, don't they? I want to say. No.
You gotta request it. Not on most of them. No, they're panel.
But they will do it though, right?
If you ask them, but they'll charge you for it.
Yeah, it ain't cheap. I know.
They're not. No, Swords of Northshire. I'm not talking about thousands, but I mean, let's just put it this way: a similar sword in Jakku world is
right.
2 and change. That same sword is going to be about 4 and change in Swords of Northshire world. Are you getting a necessarily much better sword from Swords of Northshire? Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes their fit and finish is done very well too. And you're getting really dynamite customer service from Swords of Northshire. I'm going to deal with them again as well. But yeah, they're a pretty good company.
I could see me trying them in the future for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely something you could definitely look at. How about Cass Hanway? Maurice, if you weren't drinking beers for the last hour, you know that we were talking about freaking Hanway, in the first part of this. I know it's long, guys. I don't know. I'm surprised you guys are still sticking around for this long.
Well, most of us are drunk by now.
2 hours and 16 minutes.
Wow.
Cass Hanway. So Hanway's a great sword company.
Well,
are their swords perfect? No. But they have a lot of really good options. I mean, they have some really pretty looking swords that really, the practical line is amazing.
Yeah.
My Practical XL, it's not very flashy, but the thing could be put through a cinder block.
Yeah, that's the one I want is the Practical XL. Yeah.
And that's so hard to get. That's probably the most sold out sword ever.
Wow.
It's so hard to get. It's so hard to get.
I'll tell you right there, huh?
Ken from Backyard Samurai made that sword popular.
Yeah.
Because he did some crazy shit with that sword.
yes, he did.
He has one that he bought from 2014, and that thing is still going. Wow. He actually put that sword from 2014. He did a video not too long ago where he took the spine and he broke cinder block with it.
Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy.
Okay. So yeah, that's definitely Hanway has some really, really nice swords.
Yeah. I need to get one for sure.
I just got here 10 minutes ago, Tin Man Joe. I know, because you were drinking beer. You were having beer for the last hour. But I love you, Maurice. I'm busting your balls. But yeah. Anything else, bro? I know we didn't talk about you a lot. Can you close off this live
with me?
With you and YouTube. Why did you start going into YouTube? We should have spoke about this in the beginning of it, but we just started. We had great conversations.
Right.
Why did you go into YouTube?
Well, now, like I said, when I was, I got my first sword when I didn't know what I wanted for Christmas.
And I'm going to sit back and listen.
And of course, Karen, my wife, my lovely wife, got me what I wanted, got me a samurai sword. Then I got my next sword, my Ronin, and that was cool. Then I got my third. That's after I got my Ronin, I started looking into, I want to make a sword. I want to make swords and sell them. That was my whole thing. Then I started getting all the Bohaiyu parts and all the Bohaiyu blades and their swords and all that. And then before you knew it, I had a wall full of swords. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to review all these damn things.
Right.
And because, these sword companies don't have commercials, and us being Americans, we like seeing things on commercials. It's like, well, we ain't buying it. We don't know it exists. So I figure, you know, reviews are kind of the only commercials that these companies get, and they're honest commercials, you know, for the most part. So, and that was kind of my thinking behind the. I like going into the do-it-yourself stuff. I like doing that much more, and I'll probably go that route a lot more often. But that was the first thing that got me on YouTube. Was like, I just want to review these swords and tell people about them. You know, that was basically my thing. I'm sure just like everybody else who wanted to do reviews, and they just wanted to get the word out when they found a good deal, found a good sword. You know?
Were you active on YouTube prior to making? How active were you on YouTube prior to making your channel?
As far as activity, I watched you, Katana Fanboy, and you only had like 2 or 3 videos at the time. So I watched your first couple videos like over and over and over and over and over. You, Katana Fanboy, Matthew Jensen. But I didn't pay attention to the subscribers or views or anything. You know, I looked who it was and what the video was about, and that was all the information I needed. You know, I didn't get into subscribers, and I didn't have a channel or nothing. You know, I mean, I didn't even know anything about it. So I just kind of ignored all that, and went from there. And then one day when I started that was the one day I looked at all the wall full of swords. I'm like, I just need to review some. And then I started getting into YouTube's whole subscription thing and how the subscribers and getting your own channel and all that.
Is there any particular channel that, and don't tell me mine, because it's not mine. Is there any particular channel that influenced you in wanting to starting to review swords?
Matthew Jensen.
Mine too.
I would say. I mean, that's
everybody. I think that's pretty much everybody's answer.
Yeah.
You know, when they ask that question.
He's just awesome about it. You know, he's so thorough.
Matthew not only got me started on wanting to do reviews, he actually got me hooked on collecting again.
That too. I see his wall of stuff, and I'm just like, man, I want a wall of stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I could say he
I had cheap katanas as a kid.
Right.
You know, nothing expensive, but never really a good, true, nicely made katana replica.
Right.
So I've always loved it, but I only really started getting into it. I think my first katana was actually a Musashi.
Really?
$130 Musashi from True Swords. It's like the Bud K freaking magazine crap. I hate Bud K. And that's where I ordered it, and I still have it, but cool. I shaved it down to like a Lido sword.
Oh wow!
I made it blunt. You know, I put it on the. I blunted it the blade.
So you use it.
And I used it for practice.
Right.
Yeah, and it's good. You know, $133. But yeah, from watching Matthew's videos, that's where it really got me into the habit of wanting to get into buying and using swords again.
Right.
And then, you know, after that, I started getting into, you know, making the videos because I had the production going.
Yeah.
I knew how to make the production. So I figured, all right, I could shoot them. I can edit them. Can I talk about them? We'll see. You know, I still can't talk about them. You know,
no, you do a wonderful job, man. You're awesome.
I do my best. Air guns and air power. Hey, Matthew was the first channel I found when searching. Yeah, because the algorithm got him out there because he had a lot of subs. You know, he grew subs really, you know, substantially, and the algorithm puts them out there. Because as soon as you start doing a search for katana, Matthew comes up on the first page, which is awesome. You know, without a doubt. So I'm glad you're here. In terms of not here, but in the community, you know.
I'm glad you invited me.
You're definitely a welcome part of our community. I love it.
Thank you very much.
I love your sword, Katana Land, rather. I love how you do it and how you made it up, and I enjoy watching that all the time. And I would love to have a gauntlet of my own, you know. And it's awesome what you do. And you know what? From actually starting off only about a year ago, you're actually a really good cutter.
Well, thank you, sir.
You know. You handle the sword very well, my friend.
It helps having a lot of bamboo to cut every day.
So. Well, bamboo is definitely would make me want to cut every freaking day. You know,
it's fun.
You know,
sure.
Well, thank you, sir. Maurice Clemens, how dare you? Who's Matthew? I know you're fucking right. Yeah. Gruggs is still in the room. I got only one katana. He has a Shiness katana. I don't like Shiness as a company, but Shiness does have good swords. I just don't like them as. He has a Shiness 9260 he has, you know, which I gotta Gruggs, if you're in the room, Gruggs, you have to return my emails, Gruggs, because I'm trying to set up a time where I could come meet you. You're an island boy, you're like 30 minutes away from me, and I need to
Oh,
come in
wow.
and see you, Shaness. So answer my freaking emails, guy, so I could come and see you.
Do
And don't
you
tell
have
me
any
I didn't
spring
send you an
steel?
email because I did. What?
Do you have any spring steel swords?
The
You don't have any spring steel, do you?
I think that the Raptor is made of spring steel.
Is it?
I think it's a 9260, if I'm not mistaken.
So it don't
Something
have
of that
Hamon
nature.
on it then. So it ain't differentially
No,
hardened.
no. It's Drew hardened,
Huh.
and it doesn't have any Hamon. Yeah, I believe that is.
Hmm.
But I don't really shop for spring steel that much.
Right.
My thing is T10, 1095.
Same here.
I don't have anything against spring steel.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to try it. I mean,
I like Hamon.
yeah, me too. I'm
I
a
like the
Hamon
look.
guy. Hamon and
I'm
Semi got.
big on aesthetics. I want a good
Yeah.
sword, but I really love aesthetics. I want to look at it. I take care of it. I do a lot to really take care of the finish of the blade,
Right.
which I showed you. But I like the aesthetics. That's why I think maybe I didn't really go with the True Hardens or the Spring Steel for that reason.
Right. Makes sense.
You know,
Yeah, I like a good Hamon on mine. It's just looks good.
Grugs. Yes, I did email you, Grugs. Or no. I didn't email you. I gave you my email on one of my comments. You didn't email me. That's what it was. I think I put my email because we said we had to talk. So I listed my email under one of the comments of a video whenever, and was waiting for you to email me, and I never got an email from you because I'm trying to get together with you to, play with stuff, play with your toys, you know. No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't send it to you. I sent you my email, but I'll send you my email again, and you could email me, and we can BS it up a little bit. That's what we could do. Other than that, yeah, it's like I said, I'm glad you're here. You got some great content, and you're getting better. I know when you first started, you didn't have the tech thing, and your sound was all over the place, and your audio the picture was horrible, but it was great that the community got together. They gave you suggestions, told you to keep it going, and that's why this community is great, because anybody that's new that's coming in, we try to help them out to try and get them to the right way and keep it going.
Everybody's been so much help, man. You and Grugs. I mean, there's been Donnie B. I mean, everybody's just reaching out to help, man. That's so cool. I need to start doing some shout outs myself, and and return the favors and start. I mean, we all share the same subs, so
right.
know.
But everybody talks about the knife community, which I always talk about the knife community, but there is something also to be said about the sword community. Our sword guys are very, there's a nice bond there as well,
Well, there's look, fewer numbers of us, so we're probably tighter.
Well, it is fewer numbers because not everybody likes to do what we do, you know?
Oh,
like
we're growing. The numbers are growing.
If somebody asks me what I like and what I collect, if I open up the conversation, I say I love knives. They were like, "Oh, that's cool. Oh, what do you got? Oh, I got this pocket knife." But if I open up the conversation and says I love swords, they're like, "Oh, all right, really? Really? You like
Same
swords?
Here.
Okay.
Same here.
Think you're like you're looking at you like you have three heads, Yeah.
I do get that look.
Air guns and air power. Samurai Byrd, I'll sub to you. Please sub to Samurai Byrd. Anybody who's in this room, please sub to Samurai Byrd.
And I
he has
sub
a
right
ridiculous.
back.
You have a ridiculous amount of subs, and you need to be over 100, bro.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you got what, like 76?
80.
Oh, you got 80.
Yep.
You need to have over 100. So please, guys, if you guys are not subbed to Samurai Byrd, sub to Samurai Byrd. He's a great dude. He's my Howard Stern guy. Okay. I'm going to put you on the radio,
Thank you, sir.
And definitely get him some subs. He's got great content, great cutter. He's got Katana Land. That's all you have to know is about Katana Land. And he's got a great opinion on his sword. He's a project guy. He services and puts together his swords, which is awesome. And I really want to learn to do that. Put out those videos, guy. And definitely watch his content and watch his sub to Samurai Byrd. So to everyone that's in the room, who do we have left? We have Stefan in the room. We have Air Guns and Air Power. We have Grugs in the room. We have Pure Water. Kathleen's in the room. We have the Danimal is still in the room. And we have, of course, Maurice Clemens in the room.
Air Guns and Air Power. Yes, that's the name of my channel, Samurai Byrd. There you go. You sub to me, I'll sub to you. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yes, Maurice, sub to Matt if you're not sub to him yet. I know he's not really a sword guy. So that's why if you're not really a sword guy, you don't know Matt. Paperclip Joe. Yes, thank you, Matt.
He does some knives too. I've seen some knives on his.
Yeah, he's not a big knife guy. He has a lot of knives. He
Yeah.
does have a lot of knives. I mean, he did have shows where he has a
say,
surprising amount of knives.
Yeah.
He really does. But he's not he's a sword guy. He likes big blades, and that's his thing. He feels like knives are just, he doesn't understand the need for it. Like if he has
it's not 3 feet long.
Yeah, if it's not 3 feet long and I got a pocket knife that works, that's fine for me, you know. But I can understand where he's coming from. But that's his love, is with swords, you know. But yeah, so Samurai Byrd, thank you for spending 2.5 hours with me.
Dude,
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed our conversations. We went from movies to tightening up holes with lemon, and we talked about Vaseline and cotton balls, and we spoke about swords and Ronin, 47 Ronin, and Matrix, and everything that
13
goes along
Assassins.
the way.
Gotta watch
13 Assassins. 13 Assassins. I gotta definitely watch that. Hulu, 13 Assassins. Hulu. All right. To everyone in the room, I love all of you. Thank you for sticking with us all this time. I really do appreciate Steve. I didn't mention you, Steve. Thank you for being here.
Steve.
Yeah, we're going to start closing this off. I need my bedtime. Who am I kidding? I'm an insomniac. I don't fucking sleep. But I know you guys all need your bedtimes. Thank you for sticking around. That's Samurai Byrd. Please sub to him. Watch his content. Great YouTuber. Thank you, Samurai. Thank you, Jay, for being a guinea pig for my first live with StreamYard. So I appreciate that.
I can't think of any other lab. I would rather be a lab rat.
And I want to see a throne in your throne room the next time I see you.
We'll work on that. It may take
right
a while, but I'll work on that.
There, you know. And I really enjoyed our conversations. I think we could be going on for another 3 hours. Okay, without a doubt. A lot of chemistry there. Thank you. You know. And Eric was on. Eric Hussein was on. You know, applause for Eric Hussein. You know, master cutter. You know, great job, awesome. Eric Hussein. Stick around for Blade Talk, guys, from my channel, PSA. We got Blade Talk coming up with Scab from Quiet Boys Cutlery. We're doing it live on Monday with the Von Erichs, okay? I will post a placeholder, and you'll know exactly what time the Monday live Blade Talk with the Von Erichs on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Scab and I will definitely go at it with Erichs, and hopefully there's a little confrontation there. And they're going to kind of talk some shit on the show. So we'll see if that happens. I see that happening a little bit. And that's it, guys. So thank you for joining me on my live. Thanks for joining me with my guests. Oh, my guests, thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone comments. Good night, everybody. I love you all.
Thanks,
and
everybody.
I will see you when I see you. And have a good one, guys. I appreciate it all. I will close it with my ending video and make myself look fancy. Thanks, Byrd. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
love you,
Joe.
Man. Have a good one. Have a good night.
Later, guys.